Okay, well, I'm live, but I hadn't planned on being live, so I don't expect anybody to be showing up anytime soon. Let's see. This coming. Put it here. And there I am. Zero watching, as expected. Not my normal night, so. Well, somebody's in here. Oh, it's my son. Hey, Jacob. There we go. Didn't mean to do that. Ooh, connection. Come on. Why is my Wi-Fi connection so bad right now? Okay, that's better. Such an exciting live stream I'm running tonight. Tomorrow I will be working in my garage doing a couple of things. Gonna replace the speakers in my wife's car again because the last ones I put in kind of sound like crap supposedly. So hopefully the ones I got this time will sound better. So I'll be doing that tomorrow morning. And then after I'm done with that, I'm going to try and finish the transmission for the Focus and start getting that put together and start pulling all the parts out to get ready to redo the Focus. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting day tomorrow. Other than that, not much been going on. Been working all week. Haven't got anything done. I am not going to the track this weekend. It's all no prep, including the test and tune tonight. What's up, Bama? Maybe before they leave. Shit, Bama, ain't nobody come in here yet. It's you, Jacob, and somebody else. Maybe showing me because I've got this up on my TV. I don't know how that works. Because it's the same account, but it's multiple viewings. Let's see. No, I was planning on going to the track. I was gonna go tonight because the track was open and they were running the test and tune, but then I found out it was going to be a no prep test and tune with no time. They weren't even going to run the timing system. So, I mean, it was only $15, but I really kind of want to know my times. Without that, it doesn't do me any good. So, big storm. Yeah, I heard about the one that was south of us. Heard the alert earlier, and it got close, like Russellville, but it's like 15 minutes from here. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet here. So last weekend wasn't good, or last week we had. What day did we lose power? I don't remember now. Lost power for a couple hours one night. So I don't know. I just figured Funky wasn't going live tonight because he's got to work tomorrow. So I'd go live. I mean, I decided the choice was either go live tonight or go and do the speakers tonight, and I'm really tired, so I didn't feel like doing the speakers tonight. Although it's not that hard to do, it's just taking the front door panels off, which is a pain, but it's not super hard to do. And I have the, it's plug and play basically. I have the little plug, so it's just clip it in just like the stock speakers. I don't know who else is going to be in here. This was not an advertised live, so a lot of people don't know I'm live. Maybe they'll find it, show up if I stay on long enough. That is a good looking picture I got behind me. My car looks pretty good. I got it up on my TV so I can see it really well. It's huge. Like, I can make it look even better if I just, would do, let's see. See how much better it looked? I'm missing one good look one in the backdrop. Guess which one? Are you thinking maybe a red Fox body? Somebody's driving. Are you headed to Kentucky again?
No.
No. Okay. You heading home?
Yes, but not from work.
Well, I didn't figure. It's like 7:30, 7:45.
Yeah, I got off 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a hard day.
Hey, Sublime. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I guess I beat you to it. I didn't see anybody. I checked. I went and looked and went to my subs to make sure nobody was live, and nobody was. So I went live. If you had been a little bit faster, I'd have definitely just come to your channel. But so where you at? Where you heading home from? The store?
Just the store.
Did you get anything good?
Cigarettes.
No, you didn't get anything good then.
Cigarettes and beer. It's Friday.
Huh?
So it's Friday.
It's the cigarettes, man. You just gotta quit.
Yeah, I know. I need to quit right now.
Yeah, I know you need. You need to. I knew I needed to for years before I did. I mean, it took years for me to quit.
Yep. Been looking at a couple cars to get.
Yeah.
Yep. Gonna save a couple paychecks to get the car I want.
I found a really nice trailer I wanted to get today, but I don't have money for it.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna get either an E30 or E36. I'm kind of leaning towards an E30.
Ooh, yeah, I love E30s, but they're older and they've got a lot more problems at this point in their life.
Yeah, I know.
Jack Daniels, stop and get me some, please. Taking orders? I don't even
taking orders. I think I'm going to Nashville not this weekend, next weekend. I'm sure there'll be lots of Jack there.
Why are you going to Nashville?
For my birthday. I haven't been out there to the bars area.
Oh yeah. Nashville. That's not far from you.
No,
Just don't drive. Just don't drive.
I'm not junior taking it.
Yeah. That's not next weekend.
No, not this weekend, but next weekend. My birthday's on a Tuesday, so.
Oh, yeah, my birthday's usually in the week.
Yeah, but I get my birthday off paid for work.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be nice. Calendar, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, your birthday's on
Tuesday. Me and Junior will probably go out Friday next week.
Yeah, I've got a lot of plans next Friday. A lot of plans.
Nothing.
I'm getting a haircut.
Oh, nice. I go there, but I'll probably have somebody drive us there, and then we can pick us up.
Sublime is heading out to get a pizza, he said. So I doubt he's coming up right now. I mean, I guess he could while he's driving. This fool did.
Yeah, I got a phone mount and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't even have a phone mount in my car. I don't need it, but
yeah, I honestly never use it until I tell you why. I was like, I'll throw my phone up there. I don't have to hold it.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, it's just hanging out at home. Like I said, I was possibly gonna do my wife's speakers. I don't even think Sublime's in here anymore. It dropped back down to 2 people again. Unless that is Sublime and Bama. that are the two people.
I'm not on YouTube anymore, so I dropped off of that.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, I just got lazy. That's my problem anymore. I get lazy too often, and my hands are hurting really badly.
Did you have a long day at work?
Yeah, kind of. It's getting harder and harder to do my job, even, and all I do now is work on a damn computer, but I'm constantly using the mouse. You know.
If I told you about my day, you might get mad then.
You said I did a bunch of nothing.
I literally pulled 2 orders all day and then sat for 8 hours. I watched a movie while chilling in a chair, reclining. I ate a popsicle because it got hot in the warehouse, so I had a popsicle.
And you got paid what, 19 an hour for that?
20, I think 20.50.
Oh, okay.
And we weren't allowed to leave. We asked our main boss, "Can we just leave?" And he's like,
Nope.
"No, an order could come in."
Yep, got to be there for the order. That's why they pay you. I wouldn't mind getting paid to sit around and not do anything.
Yeah, it ain't too bad. It ain't bad.
Oh, lost the camera.
Yeah, I'm about to walk up to the store and buy cigarettes here because they're cheaper.
Oh, okay. You weren't at the store yet.
Yeah.
After he gets back from picking up his pizza, what kind of pizza are you getting? I thought about pizza today, but I ended up having mac and cheese and some leftover chicken tenders from Champy's today. That was pretty damn good. Mac and cheese was something from Costco. It was sausage. Yeah, that does. I like sausage pizza. I was kind of more thinking of what brand or what pizza place you're getting it from. Like, is it a local joint or is it like a what do you call it? A chain? Mercedes. I don't know that one, so that must be local. Yeah. I'm not even going to pronounce it because I'll be wrong. You can tell me when you get on the panel. I'm thirsty. I need to get some water. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a water. Okay. There he is. Okay, there you go.
I'm not back. I'm not even left to go pick up my pizza, but whatever.
Yeah. So, what's the name of that place? Pronounce that so I don't butcher it.
Rosati's.
Rosati. Okay, I was close.
Yeah. They're basically they're okay. They're not the best, but they're better than average.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're better than Pizza Hut. That's
I
for
was
sure.
going to say better than Pizza Hut, Domino's, all that.
Oh yeah, better than all those.
Even Papa John's.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, those are all lower tier for me, and then Rosati's is the middle tier, and then obviously my good ones that are go-tos are the top tier.
Yeah, I like home style here is not too bad. That's not a bad place to go.
The good ones up here are mom and pop places usually.
Yeah. Don't have many of those anywhere in a lot of places.
All right, I'm about to walk out my door to go pick up my pizza, but keys might help. So you're going to lose me for 1 sec when I switch from Wi-Fi to no Wi-Fi.
Well, I know how that goes. Mine drops when I do that. So, is that a Coke? Are you doing Coke?
Yeah. 20 ounces.
Pepsi, no Coke.
He's doing Coke, 20 ounces at a time. Just don't snort it. It'll make you sneeze.
Make you sneeze.
I kept hearing about people snorting Coke, so I tried it. Man, that was the worst thing I ever did.
The bubbles hurt.
Bubbles tickled.
Oh. Let's see what happens here.
LZ.
So back in. No, I'm lazy.
Oh, you're not going to back in like the total douche that I am?
Oh, we usually back in because people don't know how to drive in this apartment complex. So when you leave, they like to come around the corner at like 50 miles an hour in the parking lot. And you almost hit
I
them.
noticed that when I was leaving there the last time.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And they don't follow the roadway the way you're supposed to go around.
Yeah, yeah,
Safety precautions. Safety precautions.
yeah. I don't back into my garage either, so. But that's only because generally I want it forward in, so I need to work on it.
It is a Ford, so I can see that.
I think once I get this engine swap done, I should be able to. When I get everything put onto the car, it should empty out a lot of space in that garage. When I get rid of all the stock stuff.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff in your garage.
I do.
Yeah, so do I. Not as much as you though, Pinks.
I have way too much.
I have 6 tires, not a rack of tires.
Yeah. You have 6 tires?
Yeah, 4 of them are the original ones from the Roush. If you can believe that, that's how old they are. They're basically garbage now.
Why do you have those still? Are they on wheels?
No, but they only got like 1,500 miles on them. They still got a ton of mileage left on them.
And what year did you get those?
2017 when I bought the car new.
Oh, they're still good.
Yeah, they're gonna start dry rotting though.
What happens if they're in a garage? Wouldn't that help them because you're not out in the sun?
It's okay. It's 6 years. At 6 years, they start to deteriorate. Doesn't matter what. And yes, being out in the sun makes it worse. But
Yeah, no, they're in the garage.
they're not mounted also helps.
And they're a hard rubber, I'll say that. So maybe that helps them from deteriorating.
I don't know. I don't know. Being that they're not mounted, I think that might help too. But I just know that after about 6 years is when they'll start to deteriorate. And after that, you either want to use them quickly or you want to get rid of them. Now, mind you, I know people that run on tires that are over 10 years old.
I've ran 20-year-old tires.
Yeah, exactly. And they were no problem, but I wouldn't take them out doing anything crazy with them. Well,
My van tires haven't been
Definitely a
replaced.
good
by
set of
20
burnout tires.
What's up, mother foxers? Yeah, right night channel. but I did use full name
So, Bob.
effort. So
Yeah, those tires are definitely could be a good tires for burnout tires. That's for sure.
oh yeah,
They do smoke. They smoke more too if they're dry rotted.
yeah. Which
Just won't fit my wheels though. That's the problem.
which ones are they?
The 275 35 20s.
Oh, they're 20s.
Yeah.
I was trying to get what kind of tires they were, which brand.
Oh, I forget. Whatever fucking came stock on that car. I forget what tires they are.
Oh, stock ones, were they the Pirellis?
No.
It was a Roush, so I could see them coming with a good tire.
No, they do. Roush has always put shitty tires on their
No,
cars.
they didn't. Just kind of like Mustang. The Mustang mine came with had shit.
Damn, what kind of tires were those? They weren't P0s. They were.
This
Oh
car's
God, I can't.
I like
I
this
can't
car.
remember.
Sounds nice.
It's a BRZ.
Oh, they're a lot. One of my neighbors across the street from me has one of those.
This is wide bodied the right way too.
Can you see the screws on the wide body kit?
Yes, the rivets.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
Mob.
It's over the whole panel. It's cut too though, and it's low.
You working tonight, Mob?
She smoked a little. All right, I gotta run and grab my pizza. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Yeah, when he gets back, we're gonna smell that pizza, and it's just gonna make me hungry again, even though I am stuffed.
Luis made me food. I'm full. He made some Puerto Rican dish that was super good. I don't even know what it was, but it was good.
Well, I like I said, I ate my leftover, my 2 tenders that I didn't eat at lunchtime, and I was still kind of full, and I had a little bit of that mac and cheese they bought at Costco, and it was really good.
I had a popsicle at lunch. No, not at lunch. After lunch. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was like a mango one with actual mango chunks in it.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, we get them for free.
That almost sounds healthy. I don't know.
They're free too, and I like free.
I like free. Yeah. Free's always good. We used to always have popsicles at work at Seattle Safety. All
Yeah,
year.
well, on the fridge it says for warehouse workers only. Office employees, you have AC.
Nice.
Yeah,
87 hours this week. Wow.
I remember those days. I don't miss them.
Yeah, I don't miss that either. I remember those too. And usually when I did that, it was overseas.
Yeah, I did them in different. No, I did that at home and when I traveled with work.
We did it. We didn't do it as much in the States when we worked in the States because of, they wouldn't let us. But once or twice in Detroit, we worked like that. But yeah, a lot of the places in the States wouldn't let us stay on site that long.
All right.
Oh yeah, yep. That pizza smells good.
It does smell good. I can smell it from here.
Smell that pizza from here, man.
I haven't even opened up the box yet.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking pizza in my head, and I want some, but I don't because I'm stuffed. I don't even want the ice cream I have in my freezer.
Dude, I've only driven my car once within like the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I'm definitely taking it out tomorrow. Make no mistake about that.
got nice weather tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be mid 80s, low 80s.
Hey, I've only taken my car out once since I got back from Michigan, and then once to the drag strip. That's it.
I got that drag pack sitting right next to it too. I'm so tempted to slap them on so I can get some traction on the street.
Yeah.
Some advanced track off traction.
I'd be tempted to swap my tires out tomorrow and take it out and maybe take my draggy with me and see if I can get some quarter-mile times in.
I need to charge my draggy.
So do I, because mine's the old one, so it only has the
mine too.
mini USB or whatever, and all my cars have C in them. All my Corsa C. The new one, I guess, has a speed charger in it, so I wish I'd waited to buy that. Because I didn't get it right long before they came out with it. Oh, that's why I can't.
Yeah, watching your people. I don't know if they're going to talk about it.
I saw somebody for a second there.
That was Tony.
Where?
On Jacob's camera.
Yeah, it was
Actually,
I don't even know. My car's still in the trailer from last weekend, and it might just stay there until next weekend. Because I don't feel like doing that. I can't be dropping the insurance on it.
Is the Edge still in the shop?
Sure is.
I've spent more time in the shop.
Cool, you retard! God, oh my God, I live in the land of freaking moron drivers.
Do you live in Tennessee? Because they're done out here.
Yeah, they're pretty dumb here too. They're pretty dumb. So dumb that it almost makes me thinking about getting an old school mega horn system on my freaking car, on my vehicle.
Oh yeah.
Let's go, dumbass!
Hey Jacob, that won't work for me right now because haven't hooked up the new card.
The new. Oh, you're good. I got it.
Yeah. I'll be right back, guys. Right back.
Oh.
I was thinking of her when I watched it. It's not a German Shepherd, but I was thinking of her when I watched it. You'll see when you.
No, I didn't just figure that out, Mob. It's been a little distracted. All right, back it into my house with my pizza.
You have to have sound. You're getting close to something. I'm sorry, what did So we'll just figure out.
Steve was talking about the tires, the traction.
Yeah. Traction's a good thing. But for me to take my car out right now, it's on tires I don't want to take on the road. So.
All right.
There you
Pizza and the phone.
Little libations. That is a squeaky car.
Okay.
So it's funny is when I was at Ford Parts the other day, I asked him to look up a part for me because I was having trouble finding the part number. And it's that little button that goes on the hatch of my car that holds the that attaches the wire to hold the package tray that covers the hatch. And I've been missing one for a long time. It popped out. And he gave me the part number. He was like, "You might want to look for that online because it's like $20 here." And I bought it online from Ford for a third of that, not a third of that price, which is
There you
great.
go.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it does look good. Nice and bubbly cheese there. I see that. Yeah, that's good. How's the crust on it though? Is it a crispy crust? Is it a thin?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, like on the bottom too.
Yeah, it's pretty. I'm not gonna say crunchy, but definitely not soft.
Okay, that's good. Nice thin crust though. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like thin crust. Yeah,
They have a double dough pizza, but it's too thick.
I don't like thick.
Now the double decker pizza at Papa's. Now that's a pizza to eat, boy.
That's different. A double decker pizza, is it like a stuffed or just like?
But basically one layer of crust, then cheese and toppings, then another layer of crust, and then more cheese and toppings.
Okay, that's double decker. Not quite as stuffed.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like too much. That sounds like two pieces.
Oh, dude. Well, when Cooler was in town, I took Cooler to that place, and that's what we had. He loved it.
2 pieces of pizza, and I would be full now. It's funny. The other day, I could not eat enough. I was starving constantly. I needed to eat, and I ate a lot. And then today, I ate lunch and finished dinner time.
All I've had was 3 Burger King tacos today.
I can say I have never had a taco from Burger King.
Yeah, I thought,
See them on the. I don't even think they're on the menu here.
dude, I thought they sold them like Burger Kings everywhere, but apparently my Burger King is the only Burger King in the country that sells them, I think.
Maybe. I miss my Jack in the Box tacos though. Man.
You what tacos?
Jack in the Box.
Oh,
Horrible tacos. I loved them. I ate them, but I didn't really consider them tacos. I considered them just something I like the flavor of. And the crunch. What's up, Bama? How you doing?
I'm doing.
You guys are going to be like that. I'll just put my car up there too. Screw it. Oh, have a long day today. I did.
No, there you go. You can look at
Bama?
Yeah.
Finally quit sweating from being on the roof all day, but other than that, I'm good.
Why are you always on the roof?
Well, we got 48 ACs, so there you go.
Oh. Do you do maintenance or something?
Mirror.
I couldn't hear you there, Bama.
Millwright. With basically what you can do it all. So there you go.
Yeah. Something I almost did a long time ago, but decided against it and stuck with just doing electrical. I don't know if that was a good plan or not, but it's what I've been doing forever.
Well, Millwright's killing me right now. So there you go.
I know some millwrights that know how to do things so well and are good at like everything, and then I know some that shouldn't have the name millwright.
Yeah, I agree.
They shouldn't be called that, and they shouldn't get paid near as much as they were getting paid. Because I was having to fix their job for them, and I do electrical.
Well,
It wasn't electrical; it was mechanical.
Well, I should have stuck with what I took in school was 3 years of machinist, and I quit. So there you go.
I did that for a little while. I didn't mind it, but it wasn't something I wanted to do for life. I do know how to do it though. I can do CNC stuff. I can use a lathe. I can use a mill.
Oh yeah.
I know how to do it. So I mean that's the nice thing. So if I just wish I had one. But
Yeah.
if I had one, I don't have room for it. I'd love to be able to have a mill out there to be able to like do machine work on like a head or something. I don't need to be able to do the engine, but if I could do like head work, that'd be awesome. And all you need.
Oh, if you had one CNC mill machine, you could do anything you want to do.
Depends on the size.
I know I would have to debate that.
Well, no, I'm talking. I've had some really small ones that couldn't do much. They were table toppers.
Oh well, yeah. Oh, you talking about? I thought you meant the size of the stock.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I could. I've had tabletop CNC machines. Is what I'm saying. Is not all of them could do that, but no, yeah. I guess any of the Haas would do. I mean, I haven't seen one of those small enough to not be able to do even a big block.
Yeah.
All the ones
There's a lot of stuff you can do with a C. If you can half-ass program something, you'd be killer CNC with a milling machine.
I can half-ass program something. I can even do it straight up G-code if I have to.
Well, there you go.
I don't like doing G-code. I'd rather just use a program to translate my drawings into G-code, which I know how to do that too. But nesting is if you're making parts, nesting is the key. You just got to know how to nest your parts correctly so you get more out of your product. But I even if I had the machines, I'd have nowhere to put them here. They take up so much room.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't want one that ran. What's up, stupid fast? I wouldn't want one that ran on 220. Just too much power. It's really hard on the motors too. You need 3-phase for that.
What's up, super fast?
Hey, what's that
Yeah,
post above your door there? Is that a Daytona? Or is that a Talladega? I'm talking to you, Bama.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
That poster you got hanging above your door there, what is that one?
Oh, that's the Daytona 500 from 2015.
I thought it was a Daytona 500, but I wasn't sure. That's what I thought it was, but couldn't tell because it's kind of blurry.
Did you buy that, or were you at the race, or?
Well, I took my son to the race 2010, I think it was, but 5 years later, a guy here in the area was selling some stuff he had, and he said, "Hell, $15, you can have it." So I brought it home.
Oh, there you go.
I like it. The thing looks to be about
But-
8 feet long.
It's a vinyl banner, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's about 8 foot long, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got Kevin Harvick.
It's a vinyl banner, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. That's
That's a good price for something that big.
Oh yeah.
good a guest. What's up, Gary?
Hey, I figure I'd get up here with all you rich people talking about how much money you make and everything like that. I thought maybe a little bit of rub off on me. My $8.80.
Oh my God. It's the poor sweet
You
lip.
got more money than God. I figure I hang out with you, maybe a little fall out of your pockets into mine.
Well, the real rich one is no longer on here. He left. That's my son. He makes the money. He makes more than I do now.
Hell, the rich one is the
Don't
rich one's
say
in the chat. Car Mob.
Oh, yeah. Mr. 87 hours this week. Crazy.
87 hours ain't shit, dude. I used to do that in my sleep. I got tired of doing it.
I used
That's
to do
right.
87 hours of sleep too. Then
I can honestly say I've never worked 87 hours in a week.
Oh, fuck. I've worked 100 in a week.
I've worked over 100 in a week too, and it's not fun.
Oh, no. I was
No.
sleeping. I'm telling you, dude. I went to work, went in on Monday, come home on Friday.
Oh,
I ain't never doing it again. I went 4 years, 4:45 in the morning to 4:45 in the afternoon, 4 years straight, 7 days a week, and I won't never do it again.
it is hard
Yeah,
to
but I mean, I just figure I get up with all you rich people.
do.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah. Let's see your cars there, Gary, and see who's rich.
What now?
I said, let's see your cars and let's see who's rich.
What cars? I ain't got no
Yeah,
cars.
What
cars?
cars? You ain't got no cars.
Huh?
Your cars are awesome.
I ain't got no cars. Look, I'm telling you what. Look at my pockets are empty. You ever kiss the rabbit between the ears?
What kind of shit you got on there?
We ain't going there.
Hey, you like that shirt?
I like that shirt.
You like that? Look at that.
Nice.
There you go.
See that?
So, are they going to let you referee tomorrow?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I ain't refereeing, man.
that would be even better.
Taxes are horrible when you do that. That's what I hate. Now I'm salaried now. It doesn't matter how many hours I work. I get paid the same no matter what. And I worked over 40 this week again, as usual.
Well, my question is, are you salary?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Salary, they kind of get screwed. See, in
Yeah,
Michigan,
Salary sucks.
We can get a quarterly bonus if we have profit in the quarter, and it's based on our overtime hours.
they changed that law because now salary can get overtime.
Yeah.
For the longest time, they could.
Well, salary can get overtime in some businesses. They do. It's what is it? Non-exempt or exempt? One of the two. In Washington, there's two types of salary: you got exempt and non-exempt, but here I don't know. But our boss does this. I could take time if I wanted to, but
I got to tell you, man, I wouldn't be salary for nothing in this world.
yeah, I wouldn't have been
I don't
salaried.
care how much money they make.
Yeah, I was fine being salaried at this job because I sit in an office for the most part now.
Well, that's cool. You can relax a little.
A little bit. Yeah, I get my hand starts hurting from using the mouse so much. That's I got that my hands all like
pillow biters.
Get your hand out the mouth.
What's up, Carmel? Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you something, dude. I used to work I worked at that junkyard, man, for my dad for 20 years. And I would come home in the morning and take a shower and go right back to that yard because I've been working on the loader all night because we had to have it to load cars and da. I didn't make no money there, dude. I made like maybe $200, maybe $300 a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was back in 1983, 1984.
Damn. I was young. I was not working yet.
Right.
That was a year before I started my first job.
And then you figure when I went to diesel, I was making $14.78 an hour, man. You know what I'm saying? I actually made more then than I do now, huh, Sublime, at $8.80. So, the thing about it is, but we worked the hours, dude. That first year that I worked there, I almost made $100,000. So that tells you how much hours I put in that place.
Yeah. Hey,
Making
Joe,
$14.78 an hour.
That's crazy.
Gary, I know you make $8.80 an hour, but rumor has it you get a lot of tips in the back room.
Hey, you know what though? I got a good set of knee pads. You need to borrow them?
Nope. You keep those.
What up, Fat Boy Fox?
What's up, Ralph? What's up, Jay?
Fat boy.
It only took about 30 minutes to start getting people in here. That's not too bad for an unannounced live.
Well, I got a busy day tomorrow, man.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
Work or home stuff?
We got the union picnics tomorrow. So generally there's probably 1,000 to 1,500 people there. So that's a lot of shaking hands.
Kim was asking, do people have to pay to watch the wrestling, or is everything free?
Everything's free.
Oh, there you go.
Well, damn.
Everything's free. Union pays, the UAW pays for everything.
They literally got a wrestling ring that they set up there for this picnic at Gary's thing tomorrow.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing about it is it's open to the members and it's also to the public community around the area too. So
$40 beers though.
nope. Hey, drink as much beer as you can, dude. It's free.
Yep, it's free. Hey, boss man, how's it going?
Oh,
Gary's favorite wrestler, Dick the Bruiser, is going to be there.
that dude died a long time ago, man.
I know.
That was back when they really wrestled.
Yeah, that's old school.
That was back when you saw blood. It was real blood.
It was blood. It was blood.
Yeah.
Dick the
What's up, boss
Bruiser.
man?
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, and by the way, the pizza was as good as advertised.
What's that?
The pizza was as good as advertised.
It sounded like it. I could hear you eating it. And it sounded good.
Yeah.
Was he slapping his
So
lips?
it's football
sorry,
time.
I'm lip smacking.
He was doing pretty good. He was being real quiet about it, but I could tell he was eating. And I'm
Football
just
time.
that it tastes like this. This is good. My apple juice. It's yummy.
Oh, what a catch! Oh,
I just noticed
Oh,
what your
dude.
tagline was there, Mach 1 that has a really cool wife. I like that.
Hey, hang on 1 second.
So Subline, you must be watching the Atlanta game.
no, I'm watching the Packers Bengals game on NFL channel.
Oh.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan. Yeah, I remember.
Because of my brother-in-law, I met a bunch of them. I met Andre the Giant,
I did too.
Ric Flair.
Andre
Yeah.
had a place far from where I lived in my last house in North Carolina. He
Kim met a whole bunch of those.
He had a place not far from there. He was a real nice guy. I also remember when he went to the hospital at our local hospital, and they had to put 2 beds together for him to fit. And that was before he went to the other. It was about a year before he died. He was well.
So I went to the store today because we do liquor baskets.
Yeah.
We sell tickets for them, and people buy tickets and that, and so we get different kind of liquors and put it in there and stuff like that. Kind of neat. So I went to the store to get some moonshine, some apple pie moonshine.
Ooh.
And I found these.
Yeah, Old Smoky.
Old Smoky moonshine pickles, baby.
I haven't seen those at my store lately. I was gonna buy some, and I haven't seen them.
What's up, MGI?
So actually, I don't drink in that, but I tried a pickle today.
I like those pickles.
Dude, they're not bad.
No, they're pretty tasty.
They're not bad.
Well, I tell you what, there, Gary, don't ever try any popsicle moonshine, because if you do, you'll never stop.
Don't try any what?
Pickled.
Don't
Popsicle moonshine.
popsicle.
See, Rattle Tap,
Yeah.
The Rock and Mick
I'll
Foley.
stay
Those guys are new wrestlers.
But I mean, really, I'll probably just drink the juice out of this.
That's some good pickle juice.
Oh, dude, I love pickle juice, man.
So do
Back when
I.
I used to drink, that was my hangover. That was my hangover get over was pickle juice.
It does work. Good deal pickle juice. Works
Yeah, and
great.
another thing is though, dude, that works good too is this regular pickle juice, but like beer and tomato juice mixed together, that's good too for you.
I do.
Yep.
I actually do the Clamato stuff. I
Wait,
like
the what?
clam juice, tomato juice, and beer too, as well, which is
Did you say Clamato?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you throw a little Tabasco and pepper in that. Oh, it's so good.
Dude, you got balls to drink that because I can't stand the smell of it. That Clamato
Well-
juice.
Okay, then take away the clam juice, throw the tomato juice, the beer, a little bit of Tabasco and black pepper because I like to spice it up like a Bloody Mary.
Okay.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah,
Even
the
with-
Tabasco I could probably do, and the pepper I could probably do, but that other stuff.
Well, you get rid of the clam juice. Take the clam juice out. Just the tomato juice or a spicy V8 works or
Yeah,
or
we
a,
like spicy
Bloody
V8,
Mary mix.
but I don't drink no more, so I don't need it. So
Yeah. But I do love Bloody Mary. But and Rattle Trap, when you're talking about Rock, McFoley, and Stone Cold, those guys were like the last wrestlers I watched before I quit watching it. They are not old school, but I guess they are now.
yeah, now they are. Yeah, these guys, they put on a good show, and the kids and that like them, and people really like them. So as we brought this to like the third or fourth year we've used them.
Drinking a spicy
Oh,
broth.
just get you re-drunk.
I do. And when I eat sushi, I love wasabi. I love to eat. I love to get
Wasabi.
by accident and hope that I don't die.
Hey, Pete, I'm gonna drop back in because my phone's messing up.
Okay,
All right, Ben.
I'll be
Yeah,
looking for it. I messaged my son. He was on and he dropped out. I don't know where he went, and he hadn't answered me, bastard.
So these are actually 40 proof.
Yeah, it's not true moonshine strength. It's really not.
No, it's not. I know
Because I
that.
don't think they can sell full moonshine at a liquor store.
Not homemade anyhow.
No, it's too strong.
But man, it actually smells good.
Yeah, I've had those before. I can't
Pickle
find
juice is good. I get all drunk.
You guys don't drink anymore.
I get all drunk. It wouldn't take me as much to get drunk, would it?
No, would not.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 40 proof or 40% too. It's just Jameson.
Keep drinking that moonshine, you're gonna sound like boosted pretty soon. You know, I know.
I wonder where Boosted is because I doubt he took his car out to the trip tonight since it was no prep. And that car does not like no prep.
Yeah, they got that crap going on at my island tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna go to if I feel okay tomorrow after the picnic, then I'm gonna wife's gonna go to Woodward.
Oh, nice.
I'll do
Yeah,
another
no,
live.
they're supposed to. So we've got Limpy on the Light is tomorrow at the drag strip, which I may go watch tomorrow evening, but I'm not going to go run. But today they're doing a test and tune, but they're doing it all just no prep, grudge match style. So they're not even running the timing system. So,
What are those home remedies?
but it is $15 to get in and race.
Dude, it's $25 here.
Well, this is cheap. On their no prep nights, it's really cheap. It's $15 because they don't run timer either. You don't run the timing.
Stupid Fast Truck said some of these home remedies will just gonna get you re-drunk.
Yeah, hair of the dog, baby.
That's the whole point, right?
You can't have a hangover if you stay drunk.
I'll be right back.
This is true.
Which I found out, no, it's a lie because I've stayed buzzed and gotten hangovers before. Just the headache part. Because I wasn't drinking any water at all.
I think I could count just with one hand how many hangovers I've had in my life. I've usually been pretty good about it.
Oh my God. I don't get them hardly at all anymore.
If I start drinking some hard liquor, I'll get one.
I don't think Bama's made it back in again.
His internet, his bubbles are about to stop.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go. My dad didn't get a hangover until he was like 65 or 66, and he got his first one, and that's when he was having medical issues. So,
my worst one was the first night I ever drank alcohol at like the age of 13.
oh yeah. The first time I got drunk, and didn't even mean to. Didn't even know I was getting drunk because I thought I was drinking what tasted like the communion wine, which was kind of grapefruit or grape juice tasting. I was drinking it was sweet vermouth. I had no
Johnny
idea.
Walker Red.
I had no idea what it was and that it was getting me drunk. I was so wasted. I threw up in the floor in the middle of the living room.
I had 5 in 2 weeks. Yeah, I was usually pretty good about drinking.
I had to say my worst hangover. My worst hangover when I was when I turned 21 years old, man. I drank a fifth of Ouzo, and Lord knows how many beers I drank that night. I was sick with alcohol poisoning for about 3 days. Every time I burped, it tasted like Ouzo, black licorice.
Yeah. I actually stopped drinking the night I turned 21. I had a beer and a shot at one bar and then 2 sips out of a margarita at another, gave it to somebody, went out to the car and went to sleep and quit drinking for 6 months the night I turned 21.
I went right back at it, man.
Oh no, I didn't get drunk at all that night. I was tired, and it was just a lucky thing I did because the guy whose car it was, I luckily went to sleep in the driver's seat when they came out at 4 a.m. when the bars closed in Hawaii. They wanted me to get out of the seat so they could drive, and I was like, no, I'm driving because you're not sober.
Oh yeah, man. We was at one topless bar, and then we went to the one over here by the airport called the Laney Strip. Walked in there, I'm drunk, man, and I was perfectly fine when we was at the first bar. I wasn't a bit drunk until I walked out the door and got that fresh air that knocked me right on my butt.
Oh, what's up, barbecue, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike, you got your plates and everything today. Was you able to take the car out?
Yeah. Were you home to drive it?
But I'm going to tell you something. I worked all that overtime when I was younger and stuff like that. It just burnt me out.
Oh, no shit.
I
remember I had a job when I worked at Carlson Paving. Our standard week was 12 hours Monday through Friday, 10 on Saturday, and 8 on Sunday. That was our standard week. That was it's just what we did, and we do that for 6 months at a time. Until we slowed down a little bit, and we could take weekends off.
So when I first hired in, we worked 10 hours a day. Sunday was 8. That was our regular scheduled time. But I always would work till 7 o'clock the next morning. Because if I stayed there, I would get my 10% all night long. So 10% plus time and a half, it adds up quick.
It does.
And it worked out.
You went to Funky's. That's cool. Did you enjoy the drive?
Cool. Did Funky show you my new part for the Fairmont?
Oh, you got a new part for the Fairmont?
Yeah. Something I've been looking for a long time.
Oh, nice. So how's it work? You been doing any work on that car lately?
I haven't had time. I've been between the hall, work, and my dad. I haven't had time to do work on anything.
That's what I figured. Since I haven't seen a video. And you're usually pretty good about putting a video out when you do something.
Right. So I was on the other day. Yes, I did, stupid fast. So I was on Facebook the other day, and somebody invited me to a Fairmont page. And this guy was saying, hey, I got a Fairmont wagon I'm parting out, and I got some, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I asked him, I said, you got a dash? He's like, yeah. I says, man, send me some pictures of it. Because, I got scammed on a dash before, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right. So anyhow, I'm leery of anything. The guy lives 10 minutes from Funky.
Wow.
And nice. He only wanted $75 for the dash, and the dash is in very good shape.
And you don't need to paint it.
And I don't need to paint it.
That's good. Wasn't your dash kind of cracked up too?
Is what it was. It was, where it bolts on to the like underneath the windshield where they bolt on at.
Right.
All those little tabs were kind of snapped.
Oh yeah.
So I tried gluing them and this and that, and they just wasn't holding. I just, bleh.
Yeah, it's hard to repair those. Hey, what's that dash made out of? Is that one's still back when it was metal, right?
No, it's plastic.
Is it really that
Mhm.
old? It was plastic even back then?
Yeah, 78,
Really?
79, 80.
So they stopped doing the metal stuff in the 70s?
Well, my 70 Mach 1 is metal and plastic.
Okay.
When I went to go
You
get
know you
cigarettes
can,
earlier. Go ahead, man.
you can plastic weld now.
You can.
Yes.
But old plastic doesn't
Yes,
weld.
I've done it myself.
Some of the
Well,
old
no.
stuff is metal. And it won't weld.
When we used to own George's Auto Parts, I did radiators, and I was welding the plastic radiators when they first came out.
I hate those things.
When I went to go get cigarettes earlier today, some young kid was driving had to be an 80s big old four-door Ford Grand Marquis. Dude, the thing was like mint.
Nice.
Mint. Yeah. Had some good pickup too. I could tell by the way he was accelerating. He wasn't even punching it. It was accelerating pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure, it obviously had the 5.0 in it.
And the thing about it is when stuff like that happens, cool stuff like that happens, you never have your phone ready. The video.
That's why my son left. His phone died.
We'll get him back up here. We might need to borrow some money.
I know. His phone's dead.
Yeah.
He's got it on the charger now, I think. Why is it make it so hard for me to do what I want to do?
All right. We are done eating.
I'm on my Geico app and I'm trying to find the quote that I did so I could actually go ahead and do this, because at the end of this month, I'm taking every car except for the truck off that policy.
So Funky said he took, Barbecue Mike said he took Funky for the first ride in the SN95 today. So did you guys look at the heads and see what kind of heads are on it or anything, or you just haven't figured it out yet, Mike?
Yeah.
So he got his cherry popped on a 500. He got his cherry popped on an SN95.
Nice. No
Yeah,
wonder.
he ain't no virgin no more.
Mark, if you're in the bushes, regulators.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen Mark in here.
He's in the bushes.
He went to a car show.
Oh.
Mark went to a car show.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey, I like that Raleigh Pinto he found the other week.
Oh, dude, the orange one?
Yeah. I thought it was a 79, but it was an 80. It's really hard to tell the difference between the two.
Yeah.
It's the only 2 years they made them, but in 80 they also made the wagon that had the bubble window.
Yeah, I had an 80, but it wasn't a bubble back window. It was just an all glass.
The bubble window was only on the Rallies, and there's very few of them. Very few.
My dad had one as a kid.
Yeah. Those things are awesome looking. I love them. Some people do not. Because they got rid of all the back windows, turned it into they put metal over where the back windows were, and then put one of the van bubble windows in the rear to the back.
But I thought that's what made it cool, right?
Yeah, that is what made it cool. That's what made it awesome.
So okay, so you guys couldn't tell then, Mike?
Yeah, I can't tell. Okay.
So what did Funky think about your car?
Oh, I'm sure he liked it.
Oh, okay. Car has a 373 gear, subframe connectors, and Flowmaster 30s. Nice.
Does it have long tube or short tube headers on it, or are they factory headers?
I thought he said long tube, but hey, Mike, do they got long tube headers or short headers? I thought he said long tube. When he first got them.
Flowmaster 30s. Nice.
Yeah, you don't see those no more, do you?
The 30s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they still make them?
I don't know. It's got long tubes on it, Sublime.
I'm used to 40.
I don't know if they do or not.
They
That
might.
sounds really good. Mike, are you on the road now or are you at home? What are you doing? I'm assuming if he was home, he'd probably be on the panel. He's probably on the road.
Well, he
I
was
don't
at,
know.
He's on it next year. Okay. 40s sound good too. I like the sound of 40s.
oh, is it 40s?
He said it's 30s, but he's going to put 40s on it next year.
Oh, okay.
And he is at home.
Oh, okay.
My policy updates are complete. So I went through a broker and she could not find anybody to insure my truck because it's a commercial vehicle because of the size. And I couldn't,
Really?
yeah. It's registered as a commercial vehicle too.
Is yours a 450 or?
450, yeah.
Okay, yeah, mine was a
In
350.
Alabama, it's a gross weight thing, and because whether I pull that much weight or not, it goes by whatever its listing is. And since its gross weight is over 26,000 pounds, it becomes a CDL commercial vehicle.
Okay, yeah, because my truck was an F350, but it wasn't a dually,
Yeah.
and they never messed with me about it.
What's up, Blitzkrieg? Oh, man. It's a muggy kind of night.
Yeah, it is.
I'm telling you, humidity was 95%.
Oh, he's in the Chicago area. I think he's talking about people mugging people out there.
Could be.
I'm gonna mug them.
Somebody posted in one of the chats a Chicago style, I forget what brand of pizza it was, and it had bullet holes in it.
That's funny. I just told Jacob it's fine that he didn't come back home. We're just sitting here making fun of him.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got a lot of people around him anyway, so it's fine. He's young. He's having his birthday. He'll be 25 next week, and on the 22nd. Oh my God, I can't believe this guy showed up. Jesus, what's up, Lou?
Not much. Go on.
what's up, Blue?
What's the long face, man?
Huh?
You just tired or?
Yeah. Tired.
What's going on for
Okay.
Blue? You sure got some pretty lips.
That's good. You got a smile on that face.
Ah, at least I made him smile, right?
Well, Blue's like, I'm turning him on. I better sit up right here.
It was that sad face.
No, just tired.
I know. I couldn't tell if you were.
I got off work early and came home, took a shower. We went to Walmart. I came home and laid on the couch and been asleep for shit, I don't know, what, 2 hours, almost 3 hours?
Hey, nap's always good. I did that the other day. I came home from work and I slept for. I went and laid down on the bed and slept for a couple hours and then came out.
Right?
Just got to do it sometimes. I've been tired all week though. I have just been tired all week. An oil filter blew up on your wife. What Audi is it? That sucks. That really sucks.
Although, okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
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 Good seeing you.
Everybody in the
Hello.
chat, all of you. Hi, all of you.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
The Three Stooges. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
So I guess you're all wondering why I've gathered you here today. My favorite thing to say in a crowded elevator.
So what is going on with everyone?
Oh, not much. PT. Ooh. I don't mind.
Huh?
They can be a pain in the ass.
Oh.
I have done nothing to cars this week at all other than drive one. and that's about it. But I do plan on doing some work tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna replace the speakers of my wife's car first thing, and then I'm gonna finish putting my transmission back together. After I figure out how to do it, because I have to look at a video to make sure I've got the right bolts in the right place. Other than that, once I get that done, it's time to start matching it up, swapping out the flywheel or the plate for the flywheel on the engine, and doing all that work, and getting the clutch put on the engine, bolt them together, and as soon as I get them together and set up, then it's time to pull the other engine.
Blitzkrieg, I
hoping it
can't
rains
say.
all weekend.
Oh, go ahead, Blue.
I was just gonna say, I hope it rains all weekend so I don't have to go out of the house and maybe I can get some forced relaxation.
There you go.
It's not supposed to rain here this weekend, but it's not going to dry out enough for me to cut the grass, unfortunately. Our yard
Gary,
is,
have you ever had that happen to you before with Blitzkrieg gas?
that?
Oil filter blow up on you?
never.
No, but on my 408, it actually collapsed it.
Damn.
How does that happen?
Some serious suction.
No, it was God, I can't remember what kind of filter it was. It was just a junk gas filter.
Oh.
For some reason, I want to say it was a Wix, but maybe I'm not sure. It was a long time ago.
And I thought the Audi, even the Audi TTs, had the just had the cartridge that went inside the casing, and you didn't have to change out the whole filter.
The new ones probably do it, but that sounds like he's got an older one, so I don't know if they did or not.
Well, I thought they'd been doing that for quite some time, just like on BMWs.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they're really easy to change. I like those because they're easy.
But I took the filter off and I cut it open because I wanted to check, and it was the inside of that filter was collapsed, and it didn't have probably 100 miles on it
Oh, wow.
because it was kind of a break-in type thing.
So it was the plastic housing that popped. So the ones I'm used to were actually had metal housings on them. So Bama is just not having any luck today.
Stupid fast truck said Ford Blue.
What's up, everybody? What's up, stupid fast truck? So, we're forecasted to rain.
Hey,
I'm really hoping it does. But if it doesn't, we're going to go, We're going to go get the greenhouse because we didn't get to do it last weekend. We're going to go get the greenhouse and take down the carport. So
you're not quite moved.
we still have the greenhouse. We got the lawnmower. We got Shelly's garden utensils. I've got my drill press, my bench grinder, and I got a curio cabinet over there, but pretty much that's all that's left.
Well, I should just come up there and help you and get that drill press out of your way for you.
There
Yeah.
you go.
I had
Oh,
one
yeah.
and I got rid of it when I moved, and I shouldn't have done it. I kicked myself in the ass for that and the table saw, but really they take up a lot of space, but I really wish I'd kept them.
I just have a Harbor Freight drill press.
It doesn't matter. More than I got.
Ford Blue. I did find a dash. You don't have to look for it me no more.
You what?
I did find a dash. You don't have to look for me.
Oh, okay.
And it was only like 6 minutes from Funky.
Okay.
So Pinks Jr., Jacob, when you get all your stuff moved here, I want it back. I want my drill press back.
Oh, you like your
Table
tattoo,
saw,
huh?
I'm not worried about, but that drill press I really wouldn't mind having back because it was an old classic Delta and it was awesome.
Thor Blue, did you see that question?
Stupid fast. We love the house. It's
Cat
very
house.
pretty. And the wife's got it set up pretty well. She's been
Decorating?
working her ass off too. She's got the house set up pretty fucking well.
I just can't wait for you to see you get all that stuff out here, Jacob. That's it. How you getting it here?
And when you get it here?
He's
Yeah.
using it at 450.
Yeah, he does not get to use the 450.
He used it at
So your
450.
boy's moving out there with you.
He lives up in Smyrna, Tennessee. About 2.5 hours away from here.
Oh, he's moving from Washington to.
He already did. He moved about a month or so ago.
Oh, okay.
He's already been down here once, but it's a 5-hour round trip for me to go get him and bring him. He doesn't have a vehicle right now, so.
Oh, you have to give him one of yours.
Fuck no.
Did you hear that? He said, "Fuck no."
He knows. He already knows. Just like the trailer of mine that he keeps thinking is his, that he's not getting, the flatbed, which I haven't touched since it hasn't been used since I've been here. Sitting there parked forever. Actually, it has been used. That's right. I did use it the first time I went to the track here.
Shelly, your nephew's a riot.
It's a riot.
So he said, sorry guys, you guys can hear this too. So our nephew, or Shelly's nephew, he just rented a nice house with the garage and stuff. So he's finally got a big garage he can work on his LS crap with. And he's telling me that it's right next door to, or right around the corner from the strip club. And he said that's going to be his new second job. And I said, what, are you going to tuck and identify as a chick now? And so you can dance? And he sent me a message. He says, oh yeah, what do you mean by now? He says, I'm going to be getting a new pair of tits in about a month.
So he just rolled right with that one.
Yes, he did. My nephew is this. So you guys have met Stefan, which is my nephew. Curtis, I don't know if you've ever met him ever, but probably at one time over the last 3 or 4 years, he probably has been on there at least once. Or I'm sure some of you have heard me talk about him. But anyways, this is Shelly's nephew. So he's a fucking blast.
We get the whole tits thing.
Right. Well, I mean, he's got a turbo 6.0 Trailblazer SS.
Hey.
So
I noticed earlier a second ago when Fort Blue said LS crap secretly while he's got the secret LS closet over to his right.
You know,
no LS closet nowhere.
I can't say nothing bad about that Turbo 6.0.
It's because you got it hidden in a wall, bro. It's not a labeled closet. Nobody would want to accidentally walk into it. You got like a hidden wall where you spin it around and you walk in and it's LS everything.
You pull the candelabra down and it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Bat Cave.
But see, if it was a book, you'd be like, but Blue don't read.
Right.
I listen.
He said Blue don't read. Surprisingly, I probably read more than most nowadays.
Yeah. I
still read a lot.
But when I read, I can get through about half a page before I fall asleep. Reading.
No, I can't stand to read. I hate reading.
Yeah. I mean, I can read, but
I listen to audiobooks all day at work and on my way home. And anytime I'm driving, if I get a long drive, I'm listening to a book. If somebody's in the car with me, they're just going to.
I listen to books. Also do the what's that other thing now? iPods or whatever.
Oh, podcast.
I listen to those. You know, I mean, it's to sit down and read is boring to me.
It depends on what I'm reading, but I'm the same way. So if I'm reading about cars or something, I can read a fucking manual and I don't fall asleep. But you fucking put a regular book in front of me, I can read. I can read half a page, 2 pages, and I'm passed the fuck out.
Well, see, that's what I mean. The regular book puts me to sleep, but I can read tech stuff, tech manuals. I can read those. You know,
yeah, but
reading it aloud, no matter what it is, will put me to sleep.
Stories and stuff like that, I can't.
It has to have pictures.
It has to have pictures.
Gary, here's a word to see if you can pronounce. I read out loud very eloquently.
I read out loud very eloquently.
Well, it's just the last word, eloquently.
Eloquently?
Eloquently.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, now we got Sublime screwing it up.
So
I didn't
I got
screw it up.
another SN95 yesterday.
Did you? Why?
Yeah. I'm gonna use it as a parts car.
All right,
That's what
bud.
you always say. Then you end up falling in love with them.
That's besides the point.
I found an SN95 the other day. I would love to own, but I did not have the $15,000 they wanted for it. And it was every bit worth that 15 grand they were asking. Every bit. Because it was a Terminator. And it was in great shape.
Well, guys, I hate to tell you this, but I'm going backwards. So
Okay.
What the hell you mean you're going backwards?
I got to deal with the guy that's got a 1966 Mustang, and I'm going backwards.
Okay. So, my buddy's trying to talk me into taking the motor and training and all the goodies and everything out of the GTS and put it in the burgundy notch for a daily driver and get rid of all the SN95 shit.
I like some of the SN95s.
I'm not denying that I like some of the SN95s too. It's just I am a Fox body guy.
So I became very opposed to the SN95s and started to really hate them after the two I bought for my wife because they were automatic V6s.
Well, that's why.
I know, but
That's
they were
why.
good, so I know, and I had a disdain for them for a couple of years after that. But now
So
I've
that car right there,
GTPs, and I really want one again.
I bought that car and had, I don't know, like 1,300 miles on it or something like that. It was a 95 Cobra. I
Nice.
love the car, but the car just sat in the garage. My wife wouldn't drive it and that, so I sold it.
Yeah.
David, I'm not killing a Mustang. I'm just
Taking parts off of it and sending it back for other people to use the other parts.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide how to thin my herd.
You have too many.
And if I can get rid of the SN95s and keep the notches, then I'll be happier in the long run. But if I get rid of a notch to keep an SN95, I think that's sacrilege, ain't it?
If I had the money, I'd buy one of those notches from you. But I don't have the money at all. Not even close.
It'd take too long for me to get it ready for you anyway.
Doesn't matter. It'd take me longer to get the money together. How's that?
Well, that's why I'm buying that 66. I'm waiting for the junkyard to get sold and all that done to be done with, and then
Oh,
I'm going to buy the 66.
I thought that was supposed to be done by now.
So hopefully that the lawyer will have the other set of paperwork done for Monday or next week, because basically we're having a problem with the deed. So we got to go through the court system to get that straightened out. So the guy's just going to go ahead and buy the place off of us, but it's going to be on a land contract. So he's going to give us so much money right now. Then when we get the deed straightened out, he's going to pay us in full.
Gotcha.
But he's
hold on. David just said I'll drive to Kansas with the trailer and save it himself. What? You're just going to come get the burgundy notch as a roller or as a roller with parts? I mean, have a conversation with me. You got my number.
Yeah, dude, he works too much. He ain't going nowhere.
No shit. He ain't got time. Let's take vacation.
So once we get the deed straightened out, then the guy's going to go ahead and pay the rest of the money. But he's giving most of the money up front now. So once we get that done, then I'm going to buy that 66. If the underneath of it's as clean as the top.
When's the last time you saw it in person?
With the car?
Yeah.
It's been about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay.
But it's been in storage ever since then.
Now, I found a trailer the other day I wanted to buy, but I'd have to sell mine first to be able to afford it, but it's less money than mine costs. So,
Yeah, but that trailer you got, dude's humongous.
well, no, it's a 24-foot trailer. It's not that big. And that's not 24-foot floor. That's from the tip of the front end of it to the back. It's only like a 20-foot trailer.
From the hitch to the back.
Well, from the hitch to the not from the hitch, but the front of it does this. It's not a V nose like this. Like
Okay.
And
All
they measure the 24 from the tip of that V all the way to the back door.
Maybe it was your other trailer that was bigger.
Yeah, my old trailer was huge. It was
My foot hit the remote.
6 foot or 34 foot with stacker. Yeah, that one was big. It was 13 feet tall. But this one's not that big. But the one I was looking at was a 28 footer. But it has a door on the driver's side, on the passenger side. It doesn't have an escape hatch though, but I can deal with that. It's 8.5 foot wide. It's got all the stuff in the front. You know so it's got an L in the front for workbench and all the stuff I want. And anything else I could just add to it. It's got the generator door, so I can put a generator in it instead of using the batteries. So I don't know.
That's pretty cool stuff, man.
I mean,
But anyhow,
yeah.
guys, I got to get up in the morning and go and get stuff ready for this stupid picnic tomorrow. You guys have a great night. Thanks for letting me up. Take care, everyone.
Later, Gary.
You have a
Later,
good evening.
Bob. Later, Mark One.
But this trailer is like the guy wants $8,600 for it, and it's not bad. It's not an old trailer. It's not super old. It's not in the greatest shape, but it's in good shape. But I'd have to sell mine. I'd have to sell mine first. That's the problem.
I feel funny since my nap. I feel like extra drowsy.
How long was the nap?
Almost 3 hours.
That's why. You would think the longer the nap, the more awake you would feel, but it usually works the other way.
Oh, it does. It screws you up. It does.
You need those little 30-minute power naps.
Honey,
Way better.
can we have some coffee?
I was gonna ask you, but I almost didn't want to, because
I'm
I need some
outdone.
coffee in my life.
okay. Thanks.
Coffee actually sounds really good right now.
Put your sweet
Yeah.
lips a little closer to the phone. Jesus, Bama.
Poor Bama. He can't stay on tonight because of the weather. They're having those storms down there. They didn't get that close to me this year, so that's good.
Damn. Barbecue Mike says he's out. He's done with certain people.
Russell Wilson.
I'm out, done with certain people. I don't get it.
I wonder if he's talking about me.
Oh, my God. Relax. He's talking
Because
about-
I just said. Because of
No.
what I just said about getting rid of a fucking coupe to keep a SN95 is sacrilege.
Oh,
No.
No, I don't have Cash App, David Martin. And no, you can't send me any money. It's if you come to get the car, you give me the money when you get the car. And have a good night, Barbecue Mike.
Night, Mike. Take it easy. If you're actually leaving. I just gave my son the wrong dates for something. From 29th and 30th, but it's actually 30th and the 1st. 30th of September and 1st of October, I'll be up in Kentucky doing the Holly Ford Fest, the NMRA National Finals, and the Holly Ford Fest at Beach Bend.
Oh,
So I can finally get down a quarter mile and it's bracket racing, so that's fine by me. I don't care.
Merlin 2.0.
what was
Like
that bitch's name?
it starts on Thursday, Wednesday night, Thursday, but I can't do that.
She's like a super slut, ain't she?
She's dead
I know she's dead now.
now.
Who was that blonde super slut that was like Marilyn Monroe 2.0?
What? It's dead?
Yeah, she's dead now.
How long ago did she die?
I don't know, 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
She's like a super slut, but she tried to model after like Marilyn Monroe.
She had a daughter and a regular, right, for a husband or a daddy, big daddy. What's her name?
I have no idea.
Somebody's got to know who the hell I'm
Anna
talking.
Nicole Smith.
Anna Nicole Smith. There you go.
Oh, Anna Nicole. Huh. A larger version of Marilyn Monroe. And Marilyn Monroe wasn't skinny. Like, she was for her time. She was very, well proportioned. But Anna Nicole was a little bit bigger, especially towards the end.
I'm not gonna drink a whole pot of coffee, so just make a half a pot. You'll drink 1 or 2 cups, and I'll drink 1 or 2 cups.
That sounds like a whole pot of coffee to me. A pot of coffee is 24 cup, which means you get like 3 8-cup cups out of it.
Yeah, she doesn't usually in the evening. She'll say she's gonna drink 2, but usually she drinks about 3/4 of one, and then she's done.
You drink it black at least?
Huh?
How do you drink your coffee?
It depends.
Home.
So I like coffee black. I like it cream and sugar. I like it with caramel. I like it iced coffee. I like all of it.
But how do you generally drink coffee? You're normal.
Heavy whipping cream and sugar.
Okay. So I used to do that, but without the sugar, and it was when I was doing the keto thing. Heavy whipping cream's keto friendly, and I realized that I was drinking way too much heavy whipping cream because I was going through too much of it. So I just stopped and started drinking it black again.
Right. Well, I like creamer, milk. It doesn't really matter. I just like it. I like my coffee, creamy.
I drink mine black most of the time out of just Keurig though. We get that Pike's Place roast at work, and I have that. That's what I have at home, and I like it. It's got a really good flavor. But
Right.
I do know that there's another one. We get a Javalia at work. That's just their classic roast Javalia or Colombian roast. That's really good unless it gets cold. If it gets cold on you or cools off too much, it's just not drinkable. It's bitter. But if it's warm or hot, it's so good. But I can never drink it fast enough. I always drink it all because I don't waste coffee. But it doesn't taste nearly as good when it cools off, which is just weird. It's one of the few that I've had like that. You see what Victor said, Sublime?
Hold on. I was zoning out on the football game.
Is it a current football game or an old football game?
It's a live preseason game.
Okay. I guess it is.
Packers and the Bengals are at the end of their game, and then the Broncos and the Cardinals are just starting right now.
But no, I'm really there's this cold coffee that I like, the cold brewed coffee. There's one brand I really like to buy, but it's so expensive it's not worth it. But it makes a great iced coffee.
What's the one you just got?
The one I just got?
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same thing.
What is it?
Cold brew coffee that you were talking about?
Oh, I just got.
Oh, she got the Simple Truth Organic.
Yeah, see, I haven't tried that one. The one I like, and I can't think of the name of it, but my
You like
wife
that?
had some here not too long ago, and it was the one I really like, and I just don't buy it because it costs so much. But It's a really good iced coffee, whether you put anything in it or not. Plain, just throw it over ice, and it's not bitter at all because of the way the cold brew works. I wish I knew how to do brew coffee because I do it myself because I like an iced coffee, a cold coffee when it's hot.
Yeah, we like it too. Cold coffee, iced coffee, ice frappe. Yeah, I like the frappes from. Do I have another cup?
Will it work?
Where's my Avengers cup?
You know
How
what?
many is it?
I'm gonna have to go get a cup of coffee now. Now I want coffee. Killing me, guys. I'll be right back.
Sorry. And so, does anybody know what barbecue Mike was talking about that he's done with some people?
I have no idea.
No idea. He could just be tired.
That's not what he said.
Well, the last thing he sent was a laughing emoji, so a few of them. So I think that just might have been his way to bow out and go to bed.
Huh.
Me, when I want to go to bed, I might not even say anything if I'm not on a panel. I might just like not say anything else and just leave. I've done that plenty of times.
Mr. Blitzkrieg, what are you talking about?
Oh man, I gotta go shave soon.
So tonight was the end of the latest giveaway at Cletus, and whoever wins is going to get a choice of either the Ariel Atom or the original Leroy clone. And they had that thing going 9s today in the heat in Florida. I would, if I were to win, which I doubt, but if I were to win, I wouldn't know which one to pick. I'd probably have to go with the Ariel Atom because of how much they're worth. Because they're worth more.
And who would want a fucking chopped up Corvette with a fucking turbo LS? That's like
Me.
Oh, well.
Because it's fast and it's already built and it runs well and it's just kind of cool looking.
Oh, so you're one of those guys. You don't care what it is if it's fast.
I don't. I really don't.
Oh.
Now, I won't put an LS in a Ford. I'm not that kind of guy. But I'll take an LS that belongs in that car. You know, it's a Chevy. But I'd probably, like I said, if I were to win, would have to go. Now that one, the Leroy is still a manual. The Leroy Junior is a automatic. I would probably have to go with the Ariel Atom because one, it's a stick shift. Two, it's an Ariel Atom. Those things are beast on tracks. Yeah, he still has the track. He still has Freedom Factory, but they haven't been doing a lot there. It's been like 105 degrees every day and then raining in the afternoon. So after he's done, I'll be right back.
He does a lot of those spectator races, I believe, there, right? At the Freedom Factory.
What was that? I didn't hear you.
He does a lot of those spectator races at the Freedom Factory.
The
Yeah.
spectator drags. Yeah, those are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. Do you see this cup? It's got my name on it there, and you can just read it. You know, that sticker has been on this cup since I worked at Starbucks, where I got this cup.
What's up, Brian?
For years, I cannot believe you could still read that label. That's a damn.
Black Rifle Coffee at Walmart now?
Yeah, been there for a while. Bradenton, I will say Bradenton, Victor's track is one of the nicer quarter miles. He just recently had the first 8th mile of it paved in concrete. Nice, fresh, new concrete. And it's a really nice track. They run it really well. I'd love to get down there and run on it, but
That looks like a good movie.
what?
Just saw a commercial for Equalizer 3 with Denzel Washington.
You know, I saw the first. I remember the first one. I love the first one. I never watched the second one, just like I haven't watched anything other than the first. The first. Oh, what's the Matrix dude? His movies. The
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, what are his new movies called?
John Wick.
Yeah, I've only seen the first John Wick too, and I saw the first Equalizer, and I love the first Equalizer, but I I just watched the Equalizer 3 movie, and I'm like, I got to go watch the second one and then see the third one when it gets out. So eventually, I'll do all that, and I'll watch the other 3 John Wicks that are out too.
Death Wish. Those were some good movies.
Ben.
Try the Death Wish coffee, Brian. I've had the Black Rifle. I've had a couple of theirs. Some people bring it into work and leave it at work, and that's how I try it. But it's all Keurig K-Cup ones, because I'm.
Not to be confused with the ever so cool Death Race 2000 movie.
Ooh, I do love Death Race. That was fun. The
The
original.
original
my
with David
favorite.
Carradine.
Huh?
The original with David Carradine.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's one of my favorite
Yeah.
movies. I love that movie.
Oh yeah.
And the new ones weren't bad, but the original is still my favorite. But
Sorry, I see my motion light going in the backyard out of the blue.
oh, this is so good. So,
I still haven't seen John Wick 4. I want to see that.
I
I
haven't
recently
seen-
finally saw the Top Gun movie on my own TV.
Oh, did you finally see Top Gun?
Yeah.
A while ago. It was okay.
It was free, so I figured why not?
It was okay. Yeah, same here. I would not have paid to see that. I enjoyed it, but it doesn't even come close to the original.
Although I will say that to me, that movie is a movie that needs to be seen on a big screen because you just get much more better video and audio effects, you know?
I have an 85-inch. What do you want?
Yeah, well, that's nothing than a 85 foot.
Well, you know, when I'm sitting as close as I am to it, my living room's barely 10 feet across. Come on. It's like I could go put VR goggles on. How's that?
We still rate pedestrians.
By points. Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
You get nothing for grandmas.
Oh, I do.
You get very little points for the old people.
It depends on the grandma. Some of them are worth points.
What, the ones that were like completely still able and walking?
The able and walking and like the cantankerous old grandmas that you like, the Karen of grandmas. The nice old ladies you don't get points for. No. Kids are free game. I mean, like,
Yeah, kids are where the big points are.
now if it's a bicyclist and you can hit the bike or hit the guy without destroying the bike, that's more points. Or if you can
That's hard to do.
under them, that's pretty good too. Yeah, Bama, was that the first time you watched the original Death Wish, Bama?
There was another movie, I can't remember the name of it, and I can't remember the name of the actor. He was a black, skinny guy, black actor. And I don't know if he was the bad guy in the movie or the guy that he was freaking going up against, but he had a flamethrower in his hand, and he goes to the other guy who's got a car with a flame paint job on the car. And he's like, "Hey, Sandro, love your flame job. Let me give you a little touch up here." And he just freaking takes the flamethrower to his car and engulfs it in
movie
flames.
was that? I know that movie. I just can't think of it either. I when you said that, I was like, yeah.
God, his name is on the tip of my tongue. He was in the same movie with Billy
What
Crystal.
else was on the tip of your tongue?
He
That's it.
said a black guy was on the tip of his tongue. That's what he said.
Uh-huh.
Guy.
Yeah, Blitzkrieg, that wasn't bad either. That Death Race, that wasn't a bad movie.
The one with Jason Statham was good, but I still like the original better. I mean, for
Oh,
the
yeah.
craziness of it from back in when did that come out? Was that 70s or 80s?
They were like, meh. Pigs did what I did. He waited till it was free to watch and then watched it.
Oh yeah,
The Top Gun one.
the new Top Gun. I just
Yeah.
I mean, it's like my wife wants to watch the new Indy Jones, and I didn't really want to watch it, but if I can get it free, we will. But she saw the one that we had, that somebody had, and it was like really crappy cam, and I'm like, I'm not watching that. You read the line like it was Rodney Dangerfield. Sheesh, no respect. I tell you, I get no respect.
I watched
You
the
see,
new
it got this death
John Wick.
race.
It was good, but I thought that they did a little too much CGI in it, and you could tell.
Which John Wick are you talking about?
The latest one, 4.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it.
You've seen it
It
already,
was-
Blue?
Yeah,
Oh, you have.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything but the
because
first.
I can rent movies at home. So I have Vudu.
Yeah,
Since I have Vudu, I can rent and buy movies, and I get pre-access, so I can buy them like a month and a half before anybody else.
I can get
Nice.
them without even buying them.
I mean, if you have Vudu, you can too. It's just
yeah, but I don't pay for them. That's the thing.
Vudu releases them like a month and a half before everybody else releases.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
Wang, it's a parking lot.
Hey. Rodney Dangerfield
Let's see this hat. I bet you buy a bowl of soup, you get this hat.
and Mike. Death Proof was great. I did like that. That's one of the what is that? The Grindhouse movies, isn't it?
A free bowl of soup. But it looks good on you, though.
Rodney Dangerfield and Back to School.
Oh, God. No, that was I Need Money. Let's make a cheesy movie.
I'm sorry, it was hilarious though.
Some of it was good, but you could tell it was.
It had some good scenes in it, and
Yeah.
he wasn't broke at that point. That was like in his prime, the end of his prime. But
I don't know if I've seen that Death Proof movie that Blitzkrieg's talking about.
It's one of the Grindhouse movies. It's pretty good.
I've seen almost every Kurt Russell movie, but that one I don't remember.
Okay, Stupid Fast Truck. I got something that beats the worst CGI. Watch the new Flash movie. The CGI in that is fucking horrendous. It is so cartoonish looking in certain parts. It is so bad for this $1 billion, they as many millions as they spend on it. It is horrible in certain parts of it. Like, just looks
Eating pizza?
bad.
Well, the John Wick in certain parts of it, it looks like it's cartoon animated.
Yeah, see, that's the same here. Same with the Flash movie. And I wonder if maybe they're just trying to go after animation fans or something.
I don't know. They made it. Parts of it, John Wick, parts of it, they almost made it like comic book sections.
Yeah.
It's the first week of preseason.
So Victor Stallone in the movie Cobra, one of his best cars.
Yes.
That Mercury.
I know when he was in the Expendables with this truck, I fucking love his
Oh,
truck.
Hey, there's a new Expendables movie coming out, isn't there?
Yes.
So it's a tough choice between which two cars were the coolest. Well, which one of these two cars was the coolest cars that Stallone drove in a movie? Either the movie Cobra, where he drives, I forget what that car is.
The 44 Mercury.
Yeah, that. Or in Rocky 3 or 4, when he goes out for the ride, and I'm not sure if I thought it was a Pantera, but it
No.
could have been a Ferrari. I'm not sure. When he goes out for that drive.
Cobra is his best car. I'm sorry, hands down. That's the best one.
If it was a Pantera he was driving in that Rocky 3 or 4, then I'm going with that Pantera.
No, I am not.
So I know you guys keep saying car, but I think his truck is the best.
Okay, I like the truck too, but I still like that car better.
Yeah, that 50 Merc or 49 Merc is bad as fuck.
It's a 40s Merc. I know that. Is it a 40?
Yeah, I think it's a 49. If you Google it, I think it pulls up as a 49.
Yeah, I think it's a Pantera Di Tommaso that he's driving in that Rocky. Like I said, I could be wrong. 3 or 4, somewhere around there.
That's a badass Pantera. No lie. I give it up. Love Panteras, but that Mercury, I like.
And it had a cool song playing while he drove it.
So
Remember what song it was?
No.
No Easy Way Out by Robert Tepper.
Well, I'd have to hear it to know it.
since we're talking about 49, 50-ish Mercs, so I was out at the salvage where I got the Comet yesterday,
Yeah.
and he has a 49 or 50s Willys two-door coupe that runs and drives, has no brakes with the clean title.
Brakes are easy. You can fix those.
It looks like a miniature 50s Merc.
Yeah. How much?
And yes,
I
Blitzkrieg,
could-
that is a cool airplane where you can go up in the front and start shooting the guns.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
Jason Statham does that. It's pretty
I'm
badass.
just guessing what he wants for it, but all he said was cheap.
Oh, okay.
So, and everything else he has out there is 1,500 to 2,000 range. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I gave $2,000 for the Comet.
That's not bad. And it didn't need much.
No,
No. Wasn't that an OB? Isn't that an OB-17 or is it newer? The one that's
What?
flying in the Expendables, or not a B-17? That's too old. It's newer than that. It's a bomber though, because it's got the gunners positions in it. Two-lane blacktop.
You talking about the Expendables plane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a plane aficionado to know enough about that.
I have to look it up.
Victor, is that movie the one you're talking about with the 70 Super B? Isn't that bullet to the head?
There was a Lambo in Rocky 3. That's right. It was a
Was it a
Countach.
Lambo?
It was a Countach. Yes.
I'll show you how the Comet's doing.
Oh, yeah, I could have swore I remember seeing the words. I guess it did say Countach. I was thinking the
Yep.
Di Tommaso.
Lamborghini
or,
Countach. They said Lambo in Rocky 3. I was like, yeah, that's right. It was a Countach because it was my dream car at the time.
Did you Google search that, Brian, or are you just going off your memory?
I'm going off memory once you said Lambo. So
Well,
remembering it.
was-
It was like I
was it
said,
black or was it midnight blue? I know it was a dark color.
it's dark out there, man.
I want to say midnight
it'll
blue. but I
come
don't
back
remember.
on.
Oh,
Huh?
I don't remember, but I don't think they had a midnight blue one back then. I think they were black, red, or white.
No, they did
No.
because Walter Payton, when he got one for breaking the rushing record, I believe he ordered it midnight blue.
Yeah, he ordered one because he
Yeah.
was able to because of his
Well,
status. But
Actually, the
generally, they
Chicago
were
Tribune
black,
bought
red,
it
or
for him.
white.
The
And
Chicago
yellow,
Tribune
had
bought him
yellow
that car.
logo. I don't remember.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Picked up from the prison in the Super B.
He said both. Okay, gotcha, Brian.
I think Stallone had a Smokey and the Bandit TA in one of the Rocky movies.
He did.
He did.
He did.
But it wasn't in great shape, though, was it?
No, it was good shape. It was mint.
I don't remember that one. Rocky 2
Oh, yeah.
was, Rocky
That
2
was when he
him
first
and
started making
Apollo.
money.
Was Rocky 2 him fighting Apollo?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I remember the least because
Well-
I've only seen it once.
Rocky 1 was him fighting Apollo as well.
Oh, okay. So I've seen Rocky 1 like numerous times. Rocky 2 though is the one I've seen the least amount, like one time, and that was it.
That's another good question. Is it Rocky 1 or Rocky 2 where he had that Trans Am? I can't remember.
In Rocky 1, he wouldn't have been able to afford it.
Yeah, I'm thinking Rocky 2. Because Rocky 3 was Clubber Lang.
Right, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
I pity the fool.
Chicago bouncer.
I pity
Sorry.
the fool. You guy's still alive?
He is.
Yeah, because he had money. Yeah.
The last Mad Max movie. I
Yeah,
don't even
but see,
remember
the
that one.
last Mad Max movie wasn't a sequel, was it? Because the original Mad Max movies were a trilogy, and then after that, it was a completely different set of people. It wasn't even the same. And I
Yeah,
like
is he talking like Mel Gibson Mad Max movies?
the original Mel Gibson Mad Max movies best.
Yeah.
I like them better than the new ones. Although I enjoyed the new one, Fury Road or whatever it was. It was a good reboot. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but it was not Mad Max. They should have just called it something else. You know, like dystopian future car guy. My favorite was the original Mad Max.
No, they're all backups.
Car. I think Ford Blue Gauge locked up. He must be looking something up. Thunderdome. I like Thunderdome. Who runs Bartertown? Master Blaster runs Bartertown.
I'm still here. I was looking something up.
That's what I just said.
Not pertaining to what you're conversating about. I was looking something else up.
Well, I'm going to be awake all night. I drank a whole cup. I'm lying. I think it
I've
makes me
on it.
more
Yeah, I'm
tired.
fixing it. There, I got a whole cup down.
That's a 12 cup. You know,
Is that Jerry Judy playing?
run. That's pretty tasty. That is good. That is good coffee.
Oh, hell, that's Russell Wilson playing.
Really?
Yeah, never mind, honey. Some of the starters are playing.
Huh. Russell Wilson. It used to be
That was Jerry Judy that caught that catch. He's a starter, too.
Is Wilson? That's his second year there, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, because he left Seattle before I did. He left Washington before I did. Or right around the same time I did, actually.
I wonder if they got rid of Melvin Gordon.
Cootie.
You were thinking, no, Bam, I wasn't thinking that.
I'll be right back.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, what's up, Zach? I missed a whole bunch of comments here. You like the Beyond Thunderdome, Stupid Fast? You remember the bouncer competition? Yes, I do, Victor. I do.
I liked all the all the Mad Maxes. That was just from my childhood. That was just bad as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's other movies from back then too. What was another one? I'm trying to think. A big deal movie.
Big Deal movie?
Yeah, one of those like you guys were talking about, the Rocky, and I just can't think. I loved all the Terminators.
He's finally moved into his house.
Oh, my mom used to
He loves it.
washing zucchini and she fry it up. And
Kim was asking, Blue.
I miss Kim.
She said, hi. Hi. She said, how are you, Blue? You LS guy, you.
Damn, 11 people in here this time of night. Oh, it's only 9.
So, what,
Why
Blue?
does it feel so late to me? The original
What's up, Sublime?
60 seconds. I have not seen that in so long.
What's up, Blue?
Oh, I thought you started to say something to me.
Oh, no. Kim was asking me a question.
Oh.
What's up, Zach? So, yeah, the original Gone in 60 Seconds I have not seen in, probably 30, 40 years.
Hold on, Zach.
Garage.
Sorry about that, Zach.
That's another movie I don't know if I've seen, Blitzkrieg, the original Gone in 60. I don't know if I've seen that one.
You should
Yeah,
really
the
watch
original is good, but I definitely like the Nicolas Cage one
Nick
better.
Cage one
Yeah.
is better. That's one of the few
Bama
times
said hi, Kim.
the remake was better,
So
in my opinion.
Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery have always been my favorite actors. And
Sean Connery.
yes, and their movie when they're together in The Rock about Alcatraz
Here,
is
hold on.
one of my favorite fucking movies of
That's
all
actually a
time.
really good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
You find
Really
it?
enjoy it. Not one of my favorites of all time, but I really enjoy
Which
it.
means you're probably not subscribed to him.
So
And
who?
You just got a subscriber, thanks.
Oh, who was that?
Kim?
Oh, okay. What was that?
If she's not subscribed to my channel, that's how come she had to ask that if we moved in or not.
I was watching Renfield the other day. More than another day. It's like a month ago. I watched Renfield, the new Dracula thing movie, but it's about his assistant dude, and Nick Cage plays Dracula, and he does an awesome job.
Yep.
I thought he was
And
great.
didn't Keanu Reeves do a Dracula not too long ago?
I don't know.
What?
I still need to watch that Nick Cage movie with the dude that played
He
Mandalorian.
he had to go to bed. Brian, yes, John Carpenter's They Live. At the end of the movie, the alien's all yelling at Kurt Russell, and he's like, "Yeah, well, fuck you too," and then throws the explosive at it.
I love that.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
They Live. What's yeah. This is Sublime GT 500. How's it going? I've never seen her in before.
She's came in before, long time ago.
Not
Probably
much.
before you started hanging out, Pinks.
Yeah. Oh, maybe before I started hanging out. You know, I used to watch all your lives and never hung out with it. I never came on. Long time ago, when I still lived in Washington. I Nick
Kim used to come on back in
This is
like
green because of the car.
in 2020.
Wait, what, Blue?
I said Miss Kim used to come on a little bit back in like 2020.
So back in 2020 and stuff, I watched all you guys during and I just never came on because I just didn't. But I was in your chats.
Oh,
me. I just wasn't very.
He was just in the bushes.
Oh, always. I came on lives all the time back then and just never said anything. But that's how I knew everybody before I started participating. I was a stalker. That's what I did. I was good at it.
It's funny. I can remember a time when I said you will never catch me on a panel.
Yeah, same here.
Much less running a stream.
Yeah, the only stream I've only missed a couple of streams. That's been like when I was in Michigan, when I was in Ford Takeover, and then I think last week I didn't do a stream. I was on one, but I didn't do one. But that's not true. I did one. I did a very short one real quick to tell them I wasn't doing one because I was going to be at Ford Blue Gage's channel.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've been pretty consistent for the last year or so on Wednesdays. I tried.
Yeah, I've never been consistent. It's never been.
For me, the hardest part is having something to talk about. Because if I haven't put a video out, or I haven't done anything.
Well, I do it just to talk with the fuckers on here, so it's not about.
But you need something to start with, because for the first half hour, it was just me. Me and myself. Yeah.
With me, I just get on and fucking start blabbering. That's all I do with you guys anyway, is blabber.
Well, that's what
we talk about cars and food and movies, and we've even talked about boobs once or twice.
You've been known to spew out a little bit of knowledge along the way.
Yeah, I come for the knowledge that I've gained from you and others. Not Sublime. Sublime teaches me how to take something into a shop and have them do the work.
Yeah.
I don't have any knowledge. I just pretend.
I'm just here for referrals and Rolodex. Thank you.
Hey, Brian, that's great. It works for me.
You need a number? I got you.
You need to know. I know a guy.
Yeah, I got a guy. I got a guy.
I got a guy.
I got a guy.
I was surprised when I actually took my car up to HPR to have them do the work on it, because before that, I'd never taken my car to anybody to have it worked on.
Brian, what do you think I do?
He just does it on the panel.
Oh boy.
Every now and then I can get my wife to come on the panel, but not very often. Hey, Sublime's wife's in here. She's not on the panel, but she's in the chat.
She's
My
like
wife-
15 feet away from me up in the loft.
I was just letting her know Colleen, my wife says hello.
Hello, how you doing, Colleen?
She was hoping to meet you this year, but you weren't at Sport Takeover, so she didn't.
Say no shit.
In fact, nobody's wife was really there this year.
So the house is big enough, we actually lose the cat from time to time.
Ooh, really? Weird.
Talking about some melons. What? Oh my God, Bama.
Bama. He's old, but he's fun. That's the nice thing
Yeah.
about you're 42 gauge is the only one younger than me right now. Everybody else is older than me. Well, Zach, Brian, younger, but on the panel.
I keep.
And I'm pretty sure Sublime has been by about a year.
Wait, say that again?
You only have been by a year, right?
Only been what? Going live for a year?
No, your age.
Hold on. Mute bloop for a second. I can't hear.
Hold on.
Oh.
If I can figure out how to do it again. I said
Now,
you
what were you
only
saying?
by about a year in age.
Me and who about a year in age?
Me and you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so. You're like 52, right?
Yeah, and you're 50.
Yeah. Yeah. You can unmute him now. Probably good.
He can unmute himself.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry.
There you go.
There, it's unmuted.
Sorry, guys.
That's all you do
Oh, it's all
on
good.
Creek.
Especially modifying stock parts, oil is a tough build up.
Oh, yeah. Victor's older than me, too. That's good. That's good. Makes me feel young. Blue's the only one younger than me, so. Oh, look who we got here. Now there's another younger than me.
Yes, I am younger than you. And I got on just to say that I'm younger than
That's all
you.
you got. And Pinks Jr. going strong at 24 for another week and a half.
Oh, he's a young whippersnapper.
And then he'll be 25, and it's all downhill from there.
So how you guys doing? tonight?
Bama's older than you, Kim, I think, by 1 year. Oh, no, never mind. No, he's not.
Bama's not older, is he?
No,
No.
he's 1 year younger than her.
Yeah. I just watched him. I watched your oil change video just recently. Nick?
Whose oil change video? Mike's?
Mike.
Oh, on the
Watch his oil
excavator
change. It was so much nicer than watching RJ or Boosted's oil change because Mike didn't make a mess. I was talking to Josh at the track last week, and he's like, "Yeah, when Boosted was doing that oil change, he called me about 14 times because he'd never done it before, and he doesn't have an oil fill cap on it, so he had to fill it through one of the hoses. Kind of funny. Like usually, if that's the case, I just fill it through the drain or the dipstick too. I have to, but yeah, he doesn't have an oil cap on his valve covers. Oh, look at this! We got Junior back.
Yeah, my phone's charged. Everybody left my house, so I was able to go in.
Ah,
So
So, Pinks,
we're
I'm gonna
basically the
probably, hit
B
you up
time.
on Facebook. I've got some electrical questions for you.
okay. You got me on Facebook by chance?
Yeah, and I'll get your number through there.
And if not, you can hit me on Messenger.
Or if you could probably do private chat if you want to put your number there.
Yeah. Oh, I could. Yeah, I've done that plenty of times. There we go.
Yeah, you should send me that.
Oh yeah, because you need my number. Why are you a
All
smart
your
ass?
ads.
Yeah, he has my number.
I'm just giving him shit.
I gave it to him last time I saw him.
You've had the same number since before I could remember.
I've had the same number since before you were born. How's that? No, not quite. Okay, not quite that long. I didn't get it until after I left your mom.
Yeah, Russell's still in this game.
I think, yeah, your mom and I were divorced when I got that number. So I've had that number since 2001.
Oh, I was a whole 3 years old.
Yeah. That's when I got that number.
I do like this new beer.
My son looks like your wife's cousin. Okay. You like this? Oh, you Yingling. You do like the Yingling.
Yeah, you don't have that in Washington.
Later, Blitzkrieg.
No, we do not. We don't have it up in Michigan either, apparently.
Blitzkrieg, you have a good night, sir.
That's what I was drinking last week, Jake. It was,
All right,
I
Blitzkrieg.
had it in cans, though, in the 16-ounce cans. Pretty good. I do like the Yingling. Pretty decent beer. You got that right, Mike?
I wasn't listening. Sorry.
No, I'm talking about the phone number in the private chat.
Oh yeah. I'm putting it in now.
Now, is that
Next
private
gen, what's
chat
up,
for
buddy?
everybody in the group?
Private
Yeah,
chat for
everybody
anybody up in the
can
panel.
see it
Yes.
in the group.
Okay.
That's
And
Pink's
everybody
son.
on this panel, most of them have seen that number before because I've posted it in the private chat
Is it
before.
Bob Jr.? No. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I don't know. I think Ford Blue may be the only one that may not have it because he's one of the few I've never called. I don't think. And Mike, but Mike has it now.
Yeah, I think the only people that I've really talked to outside of the streams is just in the past would have been Salty and then Matt and then Ford Blue once or twice. I think out of everybody, that's who I've actually talked to outside of all this.
Generally, I don't
Ford
talk.
Blue, what?
I talked to you when I had problems with the strange rear end. You would help me out.
Oh.
Well, don't get strange rear ends. Get normal rear.
Stay away from the strange.
Yeah, stay away from the strange. Your wife doesn't like it.
Or you could just be single.
Strange rear ends are actually really nice.
Single is cheaper, I will say that.
Yes, but I'm happier this way.
No, Miss Sublime. No, Miss Kim, I did not cut my hair.
I'm really debating on cutting all this off. I am. I'm debating on it. If nothing else, at least trimming it back up to where it used to be.
I trimmed my beard the other day.
Yeah, it's starting to bug me a little bit.
It's
If
just
you
behind
shaved
my
it, you
head.
would probably look younger.
Me, I look fatter actually. It was about it. I don't look much younger. If I get rid of this, yeah, the gray does not help.
You should just dye it.
No. I did that once before, and you made fun of me then. Remember?
Yes. I was trying to make fun of you again.
But at least I don't smoke anymore.
Me neither.
Bad habit. Oh, somebody did a license plate doodle there. Oops, looks like you put your thumb in the camera.
Like Scratch, depending on what your wife does for a living.
I think smoking's good. It keeps me not.
This is
hurting
true.
people.
This is true, Victor. Yes.
Oh, it got silent here. What's going on? So you got an electrical question? You can ask one simple one right now, and I can answer it.
I'm trying to figure out how much that I would have to have an electrician do for the shop compared to what I can do, because when I do the construction permit, I've got a list of electrician, and I'm looking to see if they can install the box, the meter, run the cable, and then maybe just like an outlet or two, and then I do the rest of it.
Possibly. I'd have to look up the laws in your local area, but generally, I think North Carolina. I don't know how strict they are, because some states they require you have an electrician do everything, even in your own place. Other places, like you said, you can list an electrician and have them do like the meter drop, and then there's even other places like in Pennsylvania. I can put a meter in. I can do it all myself as long as it gets inspected by a third party.
That's how it is here. As long as it gets inspected, you can do it.
Then you just have to list the inspector. You don't need you do everything yourself. But if you're not confident in doing it yourself, then yeah, definitely hire an electrician. because
I'd want to have the panel and the meter installed, and then
I-
to make sure that
I
it's
might just have them install the meter, but I can install a panel myself, no problem. But that's me. That's me. I
well,
used to do it for a living.
because when you install the meter and the panel, then it's going to be live after that, right?
Are you? Well, no. If the meter's not hooked up, it's not live. If you are you doing a combination with an outside panel?
Inside panel.
Okay, so inside, so separate, not a combination. So you're doing a meter outside, inside panel.
Correct.
Yeah, as long as the meter's not plugged in, there's no power, and you don't want power until you're done. Until you've got the meter, until it's. In fact, you can't have power installed on it until you actually get it inspected. So.
Right.
And they inspected phases, but I personally prefer, and if it's coming into a main breaker, if you got a meter coming into a main breaker, that's easy. You can turn the power on, have that inspected, have the meter in, turn the main breaker off, and then it's safe.
Right. And then I can install everything else because I was up a couple nights ago. I was up to like 2 a.m, just mapping out where I want to have all the outlets, how I want to run the cable, what kind of cable that I need, the whole thing. And I figured I'm going to need about 30 circuits.
Yeah.
200
amp panel, eh?
Yeah, on a 200 amp panel. Yep.
Yeah. You're going to get a 40 circuit panel. That's the easiest way to do it because that's a standard. You're going to get a 40 circuit panel, and you need 30 circuits. You're running everything individually, aren't you?
Yep.
Yep. Good. Smart way to do it.
I mean,
like
some
too.
stuff is shared. Some stuff is
Right.
definitely shared, but I'm going to have a lot
You're
of
gonna put 20 amp outlets in
all 20 amp
individuals
outlets.
themselves. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I'm going to have like 6 240 outlets.
Okay.
And I want to have lights on the outside, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. I want to have rows of lights to where it's going to be a total of 7 rows with an individual switch for each one. And I'm adding all this up, and I'm going to be tremendous amount just in materials, and I don't even want to guess if I paid someone to do it what it's going to cost.
It's do it all yourself. Other than I'd let them install the meter in the panel, no problem, because and run the cable, and that's easy. And then you do all the other wiring, get the inspection. It's really easy to pass an inspection as a homeowner in most places. We lost Blue. But it's not super hard to pass an inspection when you're a homeowner, unless you get a really bad inspector or when it just wants to screw with people. But generally you don't. Generally they're all pretty cool. And it's really easy to do. Follow the rules. All you need you don't even need to get an NEC, but go buy an Uglies book. That'll save you. Those little Uglies booklets are about yay big. You can get them at most hardware stores.
Okay.
And it's an Uglies, and it's basically like it's like a simplified version of the NEC.
Okay.
It's like a crib sheet, and that's what most electricians use. A lot of them don't memorize this stuff. Although my boss, who's a master electrician, has most of the stuff memorized. I have the basics memorized still to this day because I still work with electrical, but I don't have everything memorized. So I have an Uglies book. I keep one around, and then this year it was nice because our company bought every one of us one, which is nice to all the guys in design and everything. They bought us all a new Uglies, so I have an updated one. So my old one that I have again. And we have access to the we just recently got certified for UL 508 panels, so that's even different, and that's a whole different knowledge of stuff that some of it doesn't even vibe with the NEC, which is just weird and it screws you up.
If I dig the trench and
That was-
have an electrician come out and just drop the cable, attach the meter up, attach everything up, what do you think that would cost?
I have no idea anymore because I haven't done the work or hired somebody to do that kind of work in forever.
Okay.
If he doesn't have to dig the trench, that saves you a lot of money because it's hours, and they would hire a helper to come in and do that. So that saves you hours of not having to dig a trench. Meter install, you're probably looking with a meter and just a box install, probably around $500 to $700.
$1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was figuring it's going to be about 8-9 grand if I paid them to wire everything.
Oh yeah, definitely easy, if not more. And it just depends on what the going rate in your area is, and every area is different.
Right.
But just get a reputable electrician that's licensed and bonded, and you're good.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Blue. He fell off or something.
He did. He dropped and didn't even say goodbye.
Well, let's. And my apologies. We'll get back to car talk, but I'll reach out to you. Offline.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'll be available most of the day tomorrow. I'll
Nice.
probably be in my garage working, but yeah, I'll be sober then. I know that. I might not be right now.
Huh.
I'm
Happens to
not,
the best
I'm
of
not
us.
wasted, but you got an ugly
No.
at home and at work. So do I. I do too, Bama, and they are lifesavers. They really are. I've had
What's an Uglies book?
probably for a good 30 years now.
I found it. They got it on Amazon.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be super expensive.
$20.
Yeah, $20, and you can buy it on Amazon. You can go. Most Home Depots have it in the electrical department if they're in stock. A lot of times they run out because they go like hotcakes because they're really handy to have. And I know electricians that have like one at home, one in their van, one in this tool bag. They just keep one everywhere so they don't lose them all because they tend to lose them.
Mr. Blue.
Mr.
You can
Blue.
even get them used for $11. I'll probably just do that.
We got Mr. Blue, and I guess Sublime is Mr. Green. Am I Mr. Pink?
What's an Uglies
Mrs.
book?
Pink.
An Uglies book is basically, what would you call it? A Cliff Notes version of the NEC. It's a little booklet that's about yay thick and, about this big, and a little spiral bound book. And it's just got all the main basics of the NEC that you need when you're doing electrical work.
It kind of sounds
okay.
like dummies for electricians.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
basically, it's a Cliff Notes version of the NEC, and it's updated every time the NEC is,
Gotcha.
which is once every 3 years, I think, 3 or 5 years. I don't remember what the update schedule is now.
Nice. Yeah, I picked up a class online on Udemy that I've been taking. It's like 5 hours on electrical stuff. Just
Nice.
trying to get up to speed.
I originally learned doing electrical work, doing like residential electrical from Time Life.
Nice.
The Time Life do it at home books. We used to have the whole set of them at home. So there was all kinds of stuff, and the electrical is what I was drawn to. So that's what I read. I wish I would have gotten those books when my stepdad died because he still had them all. And those were classics too. I don't know if you remember the Time Life books.
Yeah, I
You used to be able
remember.
to order them online, and they'd have one every so many months. They'd come out with a new one, and there was a whole series, and it was just all on how to do little things around your house, plumbing.
Hey, is Pinks Jr. married? I forgot.
No,
I didn't think so. Okay.
no.
No, he's not.
I used to have.
He does have three children though.
Okay.
And how old?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember him talking about having kids.
Jacob. How old is your?
Oh,
and
here
there
we
you
go.
go. I ask a simple question, and he leaves.
He just fell off the panel. Pinks Jr.
I was asking him a question too, and he left.
Yeah, there's a delay. You'll see it in a second.
I can't remember how old his oldest is, and that's my grandson. So I'm horrible.
Oh, you should know that.
I should. My wife probably does, but I don't.
Then again, I should know all the ages of my grandchildren, and I probably get one of them
Like
wrong.
10 of them, maybe 11. I'm not
That's
sure.
Mike's garage. Yeah. Kim's like, who's this? Who's that?
Well, if she was on more often, she'd know. We all have
True.
names.
Yeah. When they're condensed down, like you can zoom in on it too, Kim.
Yeah, if she's on a phone, you can zoom in on it to look because it's really hard. I'm on a laptop because that's the best way for me to do it so I can see things. And then, like I said, when I'm running a live, I always have it on the TV behind me so I can see things. or in front of me. But,
What's the weather by you, Pinks?
what's that?
What's the weather by you?
Oh, what is the weather by me? It's not raining right now. That's one thing. It is 76 and feels like 76. Apparently,
It's about the same here.
It's been nice out lately. It's starting to cool off a little bit.
we're still under a heat advisory for tomorrow because today was 93 and really hot. But let's see, daily tomorrow's only supposed to get up to 88. What's the
Only?
humidity right now? It is. I'm trying to find it, and it's really hard to do. The humidity right now is 90.
We'll see what it is.
It's so high humidity it should be raining.
Mine's 74, feels like 74. Humidity is 86%. Dew point is 69. What's your dew point?
Dew point is not on this page. I have to go somewhere else to find that. Oh, I don't know because dew point. I don't
So do I, Bama.
find it on my little app here. Let me try daily here. Maybe it'll show me. It's 73. Feels like 81. Dew point is not on here.
Wait, I thought you said 73 feels like 73. Or 6. You said 76.
It changed. It updated.
Oh, Jesus.
So dew
I
point on
was
me
looking
is
at something
70.
old when I said that originally.
Does it update every...
It's 73. Feels like, and the low tonight is 73. That's right. But it feels like 81.
What was the dew point? Did you ever find it?
It's not showing me a damn dew point. I don't know how to find it. I think I need to go to the old.
You need to go to the Weather Channel app.
Yeah, I'm going to the Weather Channel.
Hold on. What town are you in?
I'm in Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals, either one of those.
Tuscumbia?
Yeah.
C-O-M or C-U-M?
CUM.
Tuscumbia, Alabama. There you go. It says Tuscumbia, Alabama is 75, feels like 75. And your dew point is 75. Boy, look at all that.
Yeah. All I know is this morning when I left my garage with my car, my windows fogged up on the outside so badly that I couldn't drive anywhere. I had to sit there and turn the heat on full blast to heat up the windows.
It's probably pretty foggy where you are right now, I bet. Usually when the dew point and the temperature
I know.
get to the same number, it starts getting foggy.
Outside too, so they're all getting wet.
So Victor, you said it's 64 where you're at. What state are you in? Whereabouts?
He's in Connecticut up by Bossman.
Oh, that's right. He's in
Connecticut. Okay, that makes sense.
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Where I've had some of the best pizza I've ever had was in Connecticut. But this is back in the 80s. Some of the
Down
best
with it. What's up, man?
I've ever had and still remember to this day, what's up, down with it, was in Connecticut. And some of the best Italian food I've had was in Maine.
I'm in an altered state.
That's
There's
what
another movie for you. Altered.
Right
Was
there.
it called Altered States?
Altered States. Yes, that was a good movie. Altered State. Yeah, it was Altered State. That was it. The one where they got in the chambers that with the drugs and what was that called? The deprivation chambers.
Victor, what you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
You hear that? I've got 8 grandkids too. We can build a football team. Yeah, no shit. You need 11 for football, though. You need to tell your wife she needs 11 for football.
Do they use 11 for the Pee Wee football?
Oh, I don't know about Pee Wee, but
Yeah.
I'm going NFL.
Oh, okay.
How's the transmission running?
Who are you
Who's?
talking to?
Mike, you.
Me?
Yeah.
Transmission. Which one?
The one that you were rebuilding.
Oh, it's still sitting on the table waiting for me to finish it tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you had it done and you had it.
No. And when it gets changed, it's a whole engine, transmission swap, brake swap, suspension swap.
Yeah, how about the weather?
Sometime. That's going to be like, there'll be videos. You'll see it. In fact,
All right.
I hope the transmission works because it's going in with everything else at the same time. And if it doesn't and I have issues with it, I'm going to have to rip it out by itself. And that's going to be a pain.
Wait, hold on. Let's back this up a second. Did somebody say something about the pizza in Connecticut?
Me.
What did you say?
I had some of the best pizza I've had in my life was in Connecticut back in
Oh my
1988.
God! Why did you have to say that? Jesus!
Back in 1988.
Oh Lord, Victor! I was like, but at least when you said that.
I can almost bet that the place I had it at isn't even there anymore.
Oh man!
I know for a fact it's not. Just like the place in Maine where I had some of the best Italian food ever doesn't exist anymore.
Victor's probably laughing his ass off right now.
He can
He's like,
laugh
"Yeah,
all-
damn right, Sublime."
At
Chicago's
least
too
you
cold
didn't say
for you
New
right
York.
now. Oh my God. Then don't move any further north. I can't stand the heat, but I don't like it being cold. If I could live somewhere where it stayed about 60 to 68 all the time, I would be super happy.
That's downhill daddy. That's David.
I'm
Can't believe
thinking
2
North
hours.
Carolina and Tennessee are great places, kind of Goldilocks, if you will, when it comes to temperature.
Except it gets super hot and super humid.
But it's not as bad as Georgia.
No,
Or
it's
Florida.
not. But I did live in North Carolina my entire, childhood, or most of my childhood. It's where I went to high school, middle school, elementary.
See, that means you should move back.
No. 71 degrees in Washington at 8 p.m. Where in Washington down with it? Where in Washington are you?
It still gets cold here in the winter, but I will say winters are getting more and more milder when it comes to amounts of snow.
For now, they are. It's going to change this year.
It's cyclical, like every 20 years or so.
Yep. It's just north. Oh, you're just north of Seattle, but south of Everett, right?
So is it true that Seattle just rains all the time?
It doesn't rain all the time. In the wintertime, it stays cloudy all the time, most of the time. And it's like a drizzle. Because Seattle it's not even close to the highest rainfall state. It's not even close. But it just stays icky in the wintertime.
I was once in Seattle for all of an hour and a half just for a layover flight.
I do, I love the area. I do miss certain things about living in Washington. I miss waking up and going out back and looking outside in my backyard and seeing Mount Rainier, unless it was cloudy. On a clear day, I could see Mount Rainier every day, and it was beautiful. I miss that. I miss the air was better there. The humidity was way lower there. I do miss the area. I don't miss the politics. I don't miss the crime. I don't miss the homelessness at all. And I don't miss the taxes. I really don't miss the taxes. I do miss the no income tax. I do miss that. Income tax, but we had so many other taxes they made up for it. Trust me. I don't miss paying $400+ for each car to register it every year. I don't miss that, but there's things I do miss. I miss my friends. I miss my racetracks. I had so many racetracks around me. The furthest one away was 3.5 hours out of 5 tracks I had to go to. 2 drag strips and 5 tracks within 3.5 hours of me. And I miss that. I really miss that. But they were closed down for half the year because of weather.
So are there much for racetracks by you, or?
Here, no, I got an 1/8 mile track that I go to, and there's a 1/4 mile track like me or 2.5, 3 hours north of me.
Victor. Yeah, I just saw that question now.
Why are there so many homeless and drug addicts in Washington State? Because they invited them, basically. They basically invited them, and they give them free needles, and they don't prosecute for drug use, and and it's a beautiful area. But in the wintertime, it gets cold there, but not cold like Chicago. Not even
Chicago.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's if they had, say what you want, but Inslee can go to hell. And he's not even my governor anymore, but he can go to hell because he was my governor for the last few years before I moved, and he screwed him and the legislature of Washington State screwed that state over so bad, and Seattle let it happen because Seattle voted for everything. Seattle runs the state because they have so many people in Seattle, and they're all liberal idiots. And yes, it's such a beautiful area.
It's a shame.
It is. It was such a beautiful area, and I do miss it. I miss being able to drive through the mountains. I miss going to Maryhill Loops, which was something they didn't even run this year because the insurance got so bad they couldn't afford it this year for the group I ran with. They wanted $12,000 for the insurance for 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's first year after 8 years of running it, they couldn't do it this year.
Wow.
Because of insurance reasons. And our group had never had a problem. We'd never caused any problems. But our insurance, because we weren't a huge group, we couldn't tag it on to say a larger policy, But yeah, the entire West Coast is just riddled with homelessness problems. And it's all up and down the West Coast, the I-5 corridor.
What?
So yeah, but I lived in Washington State.
No, not that Washington.
I moved to Washington State in 1994, and I lived there until 2022.
Wait a second. I know this is going to be a really dumb question, and it's all right if I get ridiculed for it. But Washington State is not the same where Washington, D.C., the president resides, correct?
That is correct. It is not the same. Washington State is in the northwest of the country.
Yeah.
It is above Oregon and below.
Yeah, I know where Washington's located because I had a layover there. Yeah, that I remember.
And then Washington, D.C. is situated between Virginia and Maryland. It's
okay.
Basically, because D.C. is not a state. Yeah, Seattle was, when I moved there, Seattle was awesome. Traffic wasn't bad. But I will tell you this, from the day I moved there, there was construction on I-5 near the Tacoma Dome until the day I moved away. And they finally finished it a month after I moved, maybe 3 months after I moved. And that's not a lie. I'm not joking. There was construction in that area for 20-some years.
It just blows my mind how I could drive 8 hours and be in states up here that, weed is completely legalized, but yet you get down to one of them damn Bible states and a freaking gram of weed will freaking get you 14 days in the clink.
Oh, or a year.
Or a year, yeah.
It's ridiculous because I don't smoke it and I can't. That's the only reason I probably don't. But I figure for an adult, after you're 25 and your brain's fully formed, and that's the way I say it. Same with alcohol. Is if alcohol is legal, why isn't pot? Because it's the same effect.
I drove there, Bama. I sure hope so.
At work or while you're driving, who cares? There's nothing but weird. I used to love Seattle, and Seattle overpriced itself too. They really did. Going to a game in Seattle, like any big city, parking costs way too much.
Yep. Chicago, same.
Yeah,
Oh, Chicago
any big city, and especially since you've got the Seahawks and the Mariners right next door to each other, and it's just ridiculous right there. I used to go watch the theater in Seattle. I used to love to go to theater and my wife and I went years ago, and it wasn't that bad. And like I quit going because they overpriced it. They outpriced it. Like to go to the theater to watch anything, and I'm not talking movies. I'm talking like live plays and musicals. It was like $300+ to go, not including parking. Yeah, not including the $75 to park, and that's in the shitty parking lot. And they overpriced it, and they just killed the industry. But the rich people can go watch, but I can't. Cities do shit like that, and it just kills me.
Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, the Blackhawks.
Big Tech's actually talking about moving out of Washington State. So Microsoft is talking about moving. So is the other company up there, because Washington's taxing the hell out of them. They're getting tired of it, and with the homelessness and everything, it's actually hurting their workers. They're talking about moving out. Boeing started moving out years ago, and they're really talking about moving everything else out of the state.
Speaking about homeless, dude, I just saw a thing on the news yesterday. Walgreens and CVS are now in the city at certain locations taking some loudspeakers on the outside of the building and cranking up super loud like opera and classical music,
yes,
to deter homeless people from freaking what do they call it, loitering.
I'll be surprised if they don't get a ticket for doing so, because that's what the liberal states like to do, is that they go after the businesses and the people trying to protect themselves instead of the people they're trying to deter.
Yeah, they said didn't sound like they were going to get in any trouble for it. So
you're moving to Idaho? Idaho's a good state. I like Idaho.
Remember when I did Route 66 and I was driving into California, and went all the way to the Santa Monica Pier? It was just crap for most of it. In San Bernardino was just awful.
It was beautiful. That was the last time I went to Santa Monica Pier. It was beautiful, but that was over 10 years ago.
But it's the homeless.
That's what I'm saying.
The streetwalkers.
And since then, I've seen the reports and everything on it. It's horrible. It's horrible. I don't know what to do. For some of these homeless, I feel bad for them because they are people that are trying, or they're retired and they just got screwed up. They got screwed due to recessions or whatever. But
he's moving there.
Some 90% or 95% of the homeless, they just don't want to work and they just want to do drugs, and they cause issues and problems, and those need to go away. And I got a way to fix that. But they won't go with my way because my way's harsh and evil.
I remember when I ran a Midas in Arizona, and I would let the homeless use the restroom, and if they wanted coffee, have coffee. I was cool about it.
That was a different era, though. That was
No. But then one day I had to stop because someone who I didn't recognize from before, who was homeless, went in to use the bathroom, and he just crapped in the middle of the bathroom on the floor.
Oh my God.
And then after that, I'm just like, I'm done. Sorry. You guys can't use the facilities. You guys can't have the coffee. You can't. I'm not cleaning up that crap. Literally.
I don't get people like that. I just don't. Now, maybe you had a mental condition. Who knows? But it's just, you can't deal with it. It's not something you should have to deal with.
No.
I feel bad for the ones that do actually have the mental conditions and that they can't. But somebody should take care of them.
Push
his nose in it.
Bad dog. Bad homeless. Bad homeless. Oh, I'm sorry. Bad unhoused. They're not.
You
homeless.
feel bad for
They're
them,
They're
and
the unhoused now. They're not the homeless because that's derogatory. Well, most of them are
That sounds like a George Carlin joke.
I mean, because quite often I give to the homeless when I see them, and when I was working downtown Chicago, I used to go to the Walmart and I get like a half dozen to a dozen sleeping bags, and during the wintertime I'd hand them out over by Union Station, which was right by where I worked, and because it would get extremely cold in the wintertime. But I mean, I feel bad for them, but I don't know. There's got to be some way to help them in a way that's permanent.
I used to try and help people. I did. I don't give money to people. I've never done that. People begging for money don't get money from me. I used to try and help people as much as I could, even when I was piss poor broke. And then they changed. They quit being grateful for things. And they started becoming the homeless that we have now. And it's a totally different attitude. And it's not the same homeless we had 20 years ago.
They started expecting it versus
Exactly.
what's the word I'm looking for?
And
Requesting it
for it.
Yeah.
Right.
They started expecting everybody to give them something and them not having to do anything for it.
There was one lady that I saw by the local Walmart where I live now, and she had to have been in her early to mid 40s and had 3 kids, and the youngest was probably 3-4 years old. And as I'm driving by, and they were to the right of me, so it would have been difficult to give something. I'm in the left turn lane and they're off to the side. But as I'm driving, I'm just thinking, oh, gotta help those people. Because if you got a woman and 3 kids and and you're trying to survive, you know what I mean? Something went terribly wrong. So I feel bad for her.
There's programs out there to help her. There are.
I know.
There's programs in place from the government that will actually help people like that. The problem is people use those programs and take advantage of them and never try and get off those programs.
Well,
Those programs weren't meant to be a permanent thing, but somehow they've learned to work the system to make them permanent.
Well, it used to be that it wasn't the government's responsibility. It was you belonged to a church, and if you got in bad times, the congregation would help you get back on your feet.
Yes.
But people would go to church because you're not going to go to church. No one's going to help you. Maybe part of it is that disappeared.
I don't do more, but I used to. I went for years. I went from growing up. I went all the time. I just don't anymore. Once I moved away from home, I quit going, and that's because of the Army and because of a chaplain in the Army that just he made it bad. But I have been back to my old church many times, and I enjoy that church. I like that church. I like going there. And it's a beautiful church. It's an Episcopal church, so Catholic, taking down a couple notches, and it's a beautiful, like 1800s church. It's small though, and it's dwarfed from the church that's behind it. The Baptist church is huge, but that's in North Carolina. It's not far from where you live, and I love that place. But all the people there's hardly anybody left there that I knew when I went there. Because they've all died off, and in fact, the last time I was there was for my stepdad's funeral, and it was sad. And I may go back again because that's where my mom and stepdad are both there and behind the church and across. So I'm sure I'll get back there one of these days to pay my respects again.
Huh?
But
I think you only allowed so many letters or words.
What's that?
I think Kim tried to put a long comment in the chat, but then it wouldn't let her because there was too many words, too many letters.
And I think 250 characters or 250. Yeah, it's like 250 characters as long as you can go.
Yeah, we've got to go church hunting once we get settled in.
Once you get settled, what denomination do you usually go?
We usually go. I was raised Catholic, and my wife was raised Baptist, so we usually go to non-denominational.
I was going to say Catholic and Baptist. Those are like two completely. Now it depends on what type of Baptist.
So we meet in the middle with non-denominational.
There's
Each one of us gets her.
and there's Southern Baptist, which is two completely different things as
Oh,
well.
she was a Southern Baptist.
So when I was really young, we went to the Baptist church in West Virginia, which was kind of a fire and brimstone Southern Baptist church. And then when my mom remarried and we moved, we started going to the Episcopal Church in North Carolina, and I liked that one so much better.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, my grandmother had said, and she's passed on, but she had said the Catholics have the most beautiful prayers, but nobody can sing like the Baptists.
That's true. I agree.
But enough
Meanwhile, the
religious
Lutherans
talk.
are sitting on the
We'll
side
bore a lot
smoking
of
a bowl,
people.
laughing at them.
Yeah, and I like what Bama just said there. Not to be ugly, my mom worked 3 jobs to raise me and my sister. So my sympathy, yeah. And my mom,
Yeah.
before she got remarried to my dad, she worked her ass off. I saw my mom every now and then when I was really young because she worked all the time. Because and then when she met my stepdad, she still worked, but she was home every evening.
Right.
That was great, and I loved it. But yeah, I understand. I've worked 2 jobs. Hell, even when I was in the Army, at certain times I had a second job. But I work security, and I've had 2 jobs before, but I can't do it anymore. But I don't have to now. But I worked. If I had to, I worked, and I was homeless once. I was homeless. I was when I got divorced. I had nothing. I had literally nothing. I had a vehicle for a little while till that was taken from me because I had no way to pay for it. I didn't have a job at the time. I lived on the street, and I never once asked anybody for anything. But I made it, and look at me now. I'm still here, and I'm alive, and I own a house. And, so I don't have that much sympathy for people because I've done it. I've lived on the street, and I've come away from that. So I've got no sympathy for people who don't want to try. That's why the homeless problem pisses me off because most of them are just not trying and don't care, and I got a way to get rid of them. So that's my take. Is because I was there once, and it
Yeah,
took
he was just joking around.
6 months to find and get I ended up getting a job. I ended up getting a apartment. I ended up, did all that. Had a car within 6 months because I worked for it. I could never get into the homeless shelter because it was always full before I could get there, and there was only so many beds. I slept on the street. I slept out in the rain.
Shit.
This is in Washington State. I slept in the rain on rocks. And, if it hadn't been for me being in the Army and the infantry, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But I was used to that. So that probably helped a little bit. I learned how to sleep with like nothing. And I worked my way out of it. That's all it took. Took a little bit of just try. All you got to do is try. First, I'm hoping to never have more than one. Was to outside lounge chairs in the living room and a small TV. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My first apartment had nothing in it. I had a futon mattress on the floor, and I think I had a used couch or couch or something.
That sound like my mom.
In the living room, and that was it. But I got my kids every now and then. I had my kids come over, so I had to have stuff for them.
Yeah.
Vets are early. Now they're 18 to 30-year-old junkies. That is absolutely it. Down with it. That is the problem.
The sad thing is, after divorce, so many guys, they're just plain broke.
Broken.
And now the newest thing with so many states doing alimony. I remember one girl that I was dating, her mom had gotten divorced and she was dating different guys, and she was dating this one guy for like 8 years, would never marry because then her alimony check would get stopped.
Did you see what was it Florida that just did the no permanent alimony thing? No more. It's like only so many years of it.
Because that just wrecks someone.
It does. And I don't think alimony is correct anyway. It really isn't. I never had to pay it, thankfully, because I was broke when I was married. So that now I will say they did take enough child support out of me to really hurt me, especially when I had to get caught up for a year that we were still married and living together when she was collecting child support that I didn't know about. I had to catch up on that.
Downwood, I will also say there are a good amount of homeless families because of COVID, believe it or not. A lot of people that lost their jobs.
There are people that are trying and they're in bad condition, but they're not like out there strung out. They're not trying to get jobs. And those people, they need help and they're willing to work for it and try.
Yeah.
It's a totally different subclass of homeless. It really is. And you can tell the difference because they take, if they're in an encampment or a tent, they take care of it. They keep it as clean as they can. They don't leave trash all over the place. There's not needles all over their stuff. It's a totally different thing. You know, they try. So it's different. The problematic homeless are the 90% of homeless that are problematic, that don't care. They don't want to do anything. They want to just cause hell for you because they don't care about you. They care about themselves and their next fix. That's all they care about.
But I think that's a problem that society has, is that we've gone from caring about, others to only caring about ourselves. And generationally, I think that's gotten worse.
It has.
To where
I still care about
it's
people.
just,
I just get really tired of the ones that don't care and don't want to do better. If they want to do better, I would help them if I could.
but you look at the younger generation, how many people that are millennials or younger that, you'll have family members that their kid just doesn't want to work, doesn't want to do nothing, just wants to play video games, and they don't want to get into the job market.
Yeah, that's a problem too.
But they just care about themselves. They'll mooch off of their parents and not think twice about it.
It might infringe on their, it depends. Yeah, if somebody starts painting graffiti on like my fence or something, I'd stop it myself. But yeah, it's stuff like that irritates me. Which judge was it? Was it a judge in your town or in Seattle? Because every judge is different. That's the problem. But and
Judge Schmales.
most judges are extreme liberal judges. Yes, Seattle. Most of them are. But you get there's a couple of good ones. There are a couple of good judges, and people in that area, like all the people I worked with, were like-minded with me. Well, not all the people. Most of the people in the shop were. Most. Huh? Yeah. Just move like I did down with it. It's time to get the hell out of that state. That's all there is to it.
Hey, I gotta get some paperwork printed out for tomorrow, and
Hey, you have a good one. I'm about ready to shut this down. It's like 10:30 at night, and I do need to get up in the morning.
okay.
It has been a long day for me. I thank everybody for coming in here. It's been fun. Mike, just hit me up tomorrow. Text, or whichever. Text to get my attention, probably. I'll turn my sounds on tomorrow. I usually sleep turned off. So
Have a good one, guys. Mike, take care. Zach, take care, buddy.
hey, thanks for coming in, guys. Everybody have a good one. And I will catch you on the next one, probably on Wednesday.
All right, later, guys.
Later.
See you then.